So, super easy one. I'm not going to go too in depth. But so we have the MacGuffin. We're on our way to leave the mainland to try to get back to our area to get in contact with our back home.
Concordian allies.
That's what I say. You don't have the map, so I don't know the names. Back with the Concordian allies. So we met with the other two gentlemen who were falling behind us. We regrouped with them, stole a vessel, got out, met up with actually Redenbacher, Orville's dad, ship, got on there, met his brother, and that's where we basically stopped. That was the short version.
That is the short version. You guys ran up and stole the Storm's Fury from Port Steom, where you met up with both Graphite and Kashmir, buddies of Orville's, and you guys made your way out, eventually being intercepted by the Concordian Armada on its way to blockade Pemikel.
And you painted a red lady on there as code, which is the...
And I drew the red lady, so everyone can see it.
Yeah. Huge tits.
It's a lady, I guess.
Yep. And you guys were able to make your way to the Shattered Hope, the center point ship of this armada, the capital ship, one would say.
Big
son of a bitch.
Huge.
Almost too big to believe it's actually, sailing on the seas. And you guys were hauled up, and the Storm's Fury was destroyed and left in the back. One thing you found out is the Scarlet Hound, Orville's ship that he arrived at the Kenfire shipping post on Session 1, is in tow with this armada. I don't know if you guys remember that.
I didn't know. I thought it was still...
Yeah, they picked up the ship.
They picked up the ship. They did not mention anybody else's vessel, but they did mention the Scarlet Hound. You guys met two of Orville's brothers.
Lewis.
And?
Hang on.
Dave.
No.
Not Dave.
Jack.
We're gonna meet... Not Quinto. Was it Quinto, was it? No.
No.
What was his name?
Clam.
Starts with a T. Ethan. Do you remember the other brother
Theodore.
that you met? Theodore.
Found it. Once you said T. Theodore.
Theo.
I don't have candy.
Oh. I have my own.
Yeah, you eat a gummy bear anytime you successfully...
He also had flashbacks and memories of the two Geth doing crazy crap to him. However, on his rolls, you couldn't really specify their faces.
No, you couldn't.
I got some details about their faces.
You got some details about them.
I got enough details about their faces.
The specific thing you got was you got some... I'm pretty sure you did your best to memorize some of the Githyanki script that they seemed to have on their body.
Tattoo.
Over here holding the stuffy.
And a tattoo.
I also probably should go through that again and probably actually look at
Homework.
Guy had script under his eyeballs.
I just need to get to
Cade had a hurricane dream.
Cade had a hurricane dream.
Well, this continues to happen. I know I'm not going to be part of the negotiations.
Stop making all those motions. I should just...
ADHD and autism and depression.
Hell yeah, brother.
It's the perfect trifecta. So,
I hope this music wasn't too depression.
hope this music wasn't too depression.
Yeah, depressing him.
It's
He's gonna go lay in the bathtub before he does, so we don't have to clean up.
There's not a bathtub in there.
Well,
There's a shower. He'll have a hard time fitting in it, though. I do every day when I get home from work.
Sorry.
Anyway,
Anywho's.
so now there were some other more detailed aspects of notes that I do want either someone to have noted down or someone to try and remember. Things such as the nearly 350 ships of this armada bear only Karton, Scataan, Batashu, Taratuga, Terraset, and Taravel ships.
Yep.
Yep.
No ship's presence from Nakamura, Quento, or
That's what it was.
Carval.
Nakamura, Quinto, or Kabor had no ships.
Along with
No Feck.
no Feck ships.
Yes.
Them fecks.
Them
Gummy bear
Fecks.
Gummy bear.
The Claw.
Oh,
6,000.
Ah.
We're so brain dead.
Nothing productive is going to happen this evening. I'm sorry, fans.
And you heard from, I believe, Theodore, some information about your orcish allies
Guys,
on how a lot of them died. They were pushed back to Ulf,
No.
and they set a exploding trap for the
the
Klargard
boom-boom.
garrison and their forward
6,000
force.
losses.
6,000 Zemnian troops died in that assault.
Oh yeah, I have that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6,000 died from the gunpowder. The
And
dragon did join and killed a lot.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Olgathar the Umbral Fury
Melted
has
me
seemed
surprised.
to join the northern offensive of Ulf, pushing into the Zemnian coast. How much did your orcish warlord have to sacrifice to get Olgathar on his side?
Oh crap! I don't
We'll
know.
never know, probably, because we're probably not going back there this campaign.
Oh no!
Maybe.
All the orcs died. Oh, so sad. Oh man.
All right. So, as we begin, the 8 guards posted up in the hallway leading up to this office of sorts. You guys pass by with your brothers heading back into the bay to go about their duties. You guys open the door, and you guys see a meeting room of sorts. It immediately goes from what you would say is like standard military walls and construction to somewhat more ornate, but very, very formal. It's not flashy. There are rugs on the floor, but they are very bland, while made of good material. Still very bland in color and pattern. There is one large desk at the end of the room that a older human man seems to be sitting at. He's, you would guess, probably somewhere in his 60s. Most of his hair is gone, with slight wisps of gray curling above his head, but very, very slight. You would guess that he keeps it very clean-shaven and likely does it often. As he stands, you see he's just a hair bit taller than his son that you guys know well. Not by much, though. He is completely clean-shaven with a very sharp jaw and deep brown eyes. As he stands, you guys look around the room and see a very large meeting table that seems to be able to seat about 20 to 24, you would guess, just to your right in the room. And to the left, there is another large table that has a, you would guess, somewhere along the lines of an 8x10 map scrawled out upon it. And you guys see the eastern seaboard of the of the Concord, of the Zemnian coast, of Avarian's eastern coastline. And you see pieces moved all around the board. Does anyone want to take particular note and roll a perception check on that?
I definitely would. That would.
Oh, yeah, I was just
Was
saying,
it just
Sean,
Just
the
one.
one thing we left out
Anybody can.
is we decided not to trust the people back home and tell them we have the item. Our official story is we knocked out the person, we killed the people, and then when we got to the place the location was, the Gith were already there, and there was a battle, and it looks like it's gone.
We told back home.
We did not tell them anything.
You guys haven't told him anything yet because this is your first time truly having contact with the higher up of the Concord.
We chose not to use you guys chose not to use the talking stones, and the debate is, do we tell his father, because we don't trust the two guys who sent us on the mission. They're too political and too...
Okay, so our current debate amongst ourselves is whether or not we're going to let
anyone know that we got it, or our official story is,
Okay.
by the time we tracked it down, the Gith already ceased it.
And
hang on.
on
That
top
is
of
the main thing that we
on
forgot
top
to tell
of
you.
that, Cade, now being 15th level, has an 8th level spell slot, which he uses for the spell Demiplane, which is where the piece you guys were able to collect is put.
But only two
But
people.
only Sean and Orville know about that. Everyone else thinks that Sean still has it as of now.
But who actually has it? It's in the room of whatever.
It's in Cade's demiplane.
So I rolled a 23.
Okay.
I was very intrigued by this.
Yeah. I'd almost say, honestly, knowing Bjorn, he kind of like takes a couple steps off to the side and kind of looks over the.
So to be honest, like since I was told not to shake hands, like I'm like I don't even care what's going on. So I'm just kind of like looking in our room, like oh, little toys. What is this? Oh, battle map. Ooh.
Bjorn, while he is not the brightest in most rooms, he is still he is still intelligent. He is still smart, but his smarts are devoted to particular things.
Exactly, like fighting,
war
killing,
theory.
Racism, not racism.
He loves war theory and war games.
He reads Mein Kampf every day.
Whoa, that's not in this world.
He reads Civil War documents every day.
The Great Goliath Civil War, the Great Goblin Civil War, Great Human.
As you look out, you kind of get the picture of how the Concord sees this war as going. You see above, or on the landmass that would be the cannon fire shipping post, a simple black dot, as though it is no longer a place that they consider something they can use as a holding port or anything.
So which one was that?
That's where you guys started.
Okay.
So that would be this right here, this little spot. Right, it's like one of the most western islands. It shows a armada slowly making its way towards Penikel. You would assume that to be the armada that you are currently in. Along the coast, you see a handful of small vessels. You would assume them to be expeditionary forces or scouting ships that scale the whole coast of all of Zemnia. Most particularly, and what draws your interest due to your knowledge of where the ship you previously rode on was going, is there is a vessel that seems to be a capsized miniature along the Scarlet Straits.
Capsized miniature?
Yes, as though there is a vessel that is bearing a Concordian flag that was downed there. Along with that, you see a handful of vessels that seem to bear neutral flags along the Daring Straits, farther south, on the sand-bit islands of the Daring Straits. You also see ships from Trezel and Davenport, which are large Zemnian coastal cities, more south. Both have smaller armadas seemingly moving north as of now. There is a small amount of models on the land, showing a dragon and an orc and their armies still in Ulth, as now known, along with the Klargard garrison and the Borderland training outpost set there along the coastline, or along the borderline and Ulth itself. There also seems to be an army that is on the move through the marshlands, coming more from a southwestern direction, making its way north currently. You can't quite tell from what city it's coming.
It's from the southwest going north.
It's from the southwest going north, yes. And that is all of the notable things that you're able to gather immediately out of very quick glance.
Would I need to do like a sleight of hand to kind of like make a note of this? Or what would you say?
I mean, you could make note of it, like if you pulled out a
The
notepad.
negotiations were short.
Because I don't want to be like too conspicuous, but also don't forget this.
Well, you're also kind of stepping over and looking at it, kind of saying, "Yeah, screw the conversation."
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah,
So
not completely, but it's like,
you're not very inconspicuous in general. If you pulled out your notepad and started taking notes, you can see what happens.
I'm not gonna do that yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to. Will commit to memory, but is there some?
Roll an intelligence
I was gonna
Or
say
my intelligence
Dorian
check
would
is
step
actually
up
bad.
next to him and also stand there with you and look at it.
Okay. So as you guys step up, You hear from behind the desk. Well, if it isn't my beloved son, Orville,
Dad.
welcome back to us.
Someone's gonna make a face like. And then quickly like.
He kind of motions you guys, those of you who are paying attention, over towards the meeting table. And moves over. And he seems to have grabbed something from his desk as he moves by, seemingly a letter that is still sealed.
He's got a gun!
Dude walks in, kills the Admiral of the Concordian Armada.
Yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
not a good idea.
Dorian's just gonna kind of tap you, like just, and then head towards the table. What do I need to roll to see if I can memorize the map or photographic?
Can I also? Actually, I would like to pay attention to the map.
I was very perceptive.
A whole description of the map was given to Josh
Yes.
while you were gone. He rolled a high perception check. Not as high as you would have, but still. I would say roll me a quick wisdom check. And I'd say you'd be able to commit most of it to memory on a DC 12.
Nat 20.
Nat 20 plus 3? Okay.
My point state.
So you're able to pretty quickly memorize all of those pieces that are on the board.
So just a wisdom. 16.
Dorian has a map, and later he will update the map.
Okay.
My passive perception is 25.
This was a roll. This wasn't a passive perception.
Okay.
So, as you guys
What was that?
lower than
What'd you
a
roll,
19,
Jack? Oh, that sucks. Plus, minus your modifier, bro.
Yeah, that is with my modifiers.
You roll a
Yeah, I said
4.
minus your modifiers.
A 4.
Yeah, suck it.
Hey, shut the
That is
fuck up,
zero.
guys.
That is
Guys.
Alright, but
You both have big dicks. It's okay. You both have great eyes. Anyway,
My eyes are bigger than yours.
it's gonna stick in their memories for the next 3 months.
It will.
I'm gonna
It's in my
forget this
notes.
night.
he'll just keep looking down and be like, wow.
Wow.
Jim
I have nice
says
eyes.
Wow.
Bjorn.
I haven't seen you.
I'm not gonna. I was gonna say has big, lovely eyes. I was gonna say like, big dick.
I wasn't talking about Bjorn.
Dot.
So, as you guys sit at the meeting table, before or as you guys are sitting,
Sure.
he slides the letter across the table, but he slides it to Cade. As he does, he says, Kenneth Batashu gave that to me for you, boy. What are you needing from me? I have very little to give you aside from that note. I am here for your report and to send you along your way. I'm imagining Thalen just pulls out her notebook and starts saying this out loud as she scribbles.
At least it's in Elvish, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's so weird. What's that
Him
voice?
responds in pristine Elvish.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised if he knew Elvish.
Oh, I bet he does. That would be the best part of it.
I mean, even I know Elvish.
Yeah,
Even I.
that's because you're racist.
Yeah, well,
Well.
I know.
He kind of looks across the table and says, again, I do not have much time to deal with these proceedings. I have not worked in your particular operations for nearly 3 decades. I need to know what you need: supplies, materials, weaponry. I know you're heading north, somewhere Githyanki related. They have told me little. And he seems very frustrated about that.
About it being Gith or about?
About him not knowing.
Being in the dark.
Yeah, I assume so.
Chad is
Pissed.
I can't. Did we ever talk about what we actually need? Travel up north. Is one of the things, right?
Do we know
Well,
the
we were
location?
talking
We
about
don't
being
know the
dropped off, right?
location. Cade might know.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
Cade
We discussed
hasn't divulged that if he does.
right.
You would assume you just got a note from Kenneth Batashu.
Yeah.
You would say that likely has your next bearing.
We have your ship. Your ship can handle our crew.
That is true.
Yes,
so
it
if
can.
they restock your ship with supplies and we could grab a few items, grab a few things from the stores. Then just have Kate open the thing and let us know if there's anything else we need to know.
And then our story was we were just doing a. Well, actually, knows. Most likely will be Dig. So what are we gonna tell him? Because if he knows of who Cade is, he probably knows more than the story than just an assassination mission.
Yes.
He
So
knows
what should
Cade.
we be ready
Does
to
he
tell
know
him?
that that's Cade, or by a different name?
That has not necessarily been divulged.
He just
Yeah,
says,
so
I was supposed to
We
do this.
need to make a
His
conversation
other
point.
sons don't. They don't know who Cade is. His brothers don't.
I'm saying
So I'm saying is we need to know how much we're willing to share if we find out he does know. If he does ask about the key, do we just tell him we failed? What do we tell him? Or that they took it up north with them? Because if he does happen to know about that, we can't just not answer it.
That was your guys' discussion last session of saying that you found out where it was by the time you got there. It seemed that the Githyanki had already
Yeah,
taken it.
we said that we were going on assassination mission, and that it was the item.
We fought with we were so close. We fought with the Githyanki's. What's it called? The guys that hold the line.
Cowhawks.
The Cowhawks that were left to clean up the mess. I think that's what you decided, but
Dalen's also.
the two of us were basically
the psychic.
we don't have
Oh,
a thing in
psychic links.
this.
Okay.
So we can have this conversation for the next 4 hours.
Okay.
Who's linked?
4
So we should
So it
already-
should be everybody but Dorian.
I'm
It
included
should
in
be
the link.
everybody.
I am in the
You
link.
have
promoted.
Yeah,
you have
plus 5.
as an astral monk. You have the telepath. You can talk telepathically to somebody.
specifically only one.
Correct.
But you're in the link.
So
In this link.
So in theory, if you guys wanted to in the future, I could be in the league and you connect to her, and then she'll just pass everything.
Ring of mind shielding. I don't.
I don't allow it.
You don't allow it.
I told a lot.
To them.
Yeah.
I'm just not.
Yeah.
I just specifically do it with you, and I don't even connect to that.
No, you rather just say I don't allow it. Reject. No.
No, I don't want all
It has to be a willing
cookies.
creature.
Please don't
Yeah,
share
So,
my
no.
information.
What is your
between
guys' response? Or
'Cause it
or
was-
Ville's
it was
response?
it was up to you guys. You four got to choose. Do we let him know?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Do we hand it over to him?
I would not.
Or do we say we were mostly successful on our mission, however we need to go after them? They took something.
I think we
will go with whatever their answer is.
I-
Because Winton is on base.
I think we should assume that should we assume he knows about the key? Because we don't want if we just give too little.
It's your dad.
Giving
That's
too little,
also
I think,
true.
would be respected by somebody who's not.
Yeah, not someone who's currently pissed about not knowing anything. If he knows we're not giving, if he knows more and knows we're not giving.
Yeah, but we also don't know, and we're not like. That's not. That's.
Well, the question.
This is our job.
I
not
feel like
his
the
job.
question you guys first need to ask is how you obviously don't feel like you should trust Jérôme Carton or Kenneth Batashu. Do you feel like you could trust Fredriech Scataan?
That's a
No.
great name.
Sit-
Can I roll an
You guys are
Dalen
also.
says no simply because it's Orville's.
The
job.
I was gonna
person
say,
who's also
can I?
doing all the talking
You're welcome to.
Yeah.
is
I
very
guess-
trusting of this
Can I
person.
insight check it?
You can insight check Fredriech if you want.
Okay.
Maybe insight a little bit more onto his frustrations.
Can I investigation?
No.
No, could he history?
I'm good at insight.
to
so
see
this
how his
is
family
my
interacts with
chance.
them.
That you could roll a history to
No one look at your D&D Beyond.
I already saw.
roll
it.
real dice, bro. You're in an in-person session.
I don't have any dice.
He doesn't have his dice on.
I borrowed somebody else's.
Hold on.
dice.
I will give you 2 sets of cool metal dice. How about that?
There's 3D.
Sure.
How did you forget your dice?
First off, I only
Set
have one
number
pair of
one.
dice.
I am
Set of metal dice.
Zach. I have nothing to say besides I'm so pissed. I left my dice here. I thought I left
Sets
it here
of
with my
dice.
miniature.
I'm
Yeah,
just
you
looking
can
at
use
the
this
history
dice,
of the
right?
roll.
I don't
Yeah,
move it
so
very
no,
much.
but I left all my dice. My
He was
dice.
just gonna use his
Hey,
dice.
Do you need some
So
dice?
I'm using Claire. Let me use her.
It was only me.
So,
Okay.
and it's rolling
He's-
great.
he's-
It's rolling good this
It's
far?
rolling good.
I was gonna say,
17,
I've got
19.
plenty of dice here.
Sixes, but that's fine.
I've got like
Actually,
2
just
d20s in particular. I roll 90% of the time just because they have brighter letters, so they're easier to read.
That is a 23 insight.
I
Okay.
could make it.
Did we say a history check as well?
For like
For-
family.
If
family
you wanted
ties.
to like think more on the family ties of like your family to any Scataan connections in the past,
Yeah.
you could do that or the insight or whatever.
I think that we have.
Oh, nat
history.
20.
Nat 20 on an
The
insight.
for the
That's
inside.
fine.
This was
I don't
for
know
the
anything.
fam-
History
Which
dice.
is like what my family would think about.
Okay, that would probably be a history. So just
26.
26.
Go on.
Nice.
Would you?
Not first,
I
not
don't
20.
want to talk about it.
Gummy bear.
Ethan's back. Go!
Ethan, what'd you roll? What'd you
So-
roll?
Give him a gummy bear.
Not
So for the
anything.
insight.
With a 23
Yeah.
insight,
That will help you.
Okay,
That's my nat 20
Fredriech
gummy bear.
Scataan seems like a man who, unlike most of the other families that you've met thus far, he rules by law and order and seems like a very, very lawful man. Like, almost religiously so. Almost authoritarian to a point. And he seems that you can't tell if it's a heightened sense of self-importance or a recognition of his level of importance that is causing him to feel what you would almost frame as frustrated or betrayed, in a sense, that he is out of the loop. His son, his fourth-born son, was sent on a mission that he seems to know very little about. He seems to know some, but not the whole story.
So actually, that might be something that we could use to our advantage. Somebody who really, really, really wants to be in the know.
I will psychically let that be known. Be like, I'm getting a reading of.
Bro pulled out his orb and like, I feel.
Yeah,
This is
my
I looked at his
orb,
palms,
not
and
my
I'm pretty
psychic
sure
abilities.
he
That's
Let him speak, let him speak.
My astral
Yeah,
arm
I would-
felt him up.
I.
What did you
Okay,
just
please
say?
everybody shut the fuck up, let Jack talk. Dear Lord.
Orville, I would take this as a precaution of he's definitely worried or definitely frustrated about the fact that he is very much out of the loop. He very much is. We already kind of got that reading, but I think he's a lot more out of the loop than we think he is from how his reaction is. I would be smart about this. I'm gonna let you do the talking though, because he is your father after all.
And then for our history check for you, Bjorn, your family, remind me, you are connected. Do you remember what family you're connected to? I can pull it up very
It's the
swiftly.
Tesseract family.
It's the Tesseract, the Terraset family.
Sorry, Terraset.
That's a good way to remember it.
That's the way I remember it. I'm
honestly-
like, I write it down, Harry. I write it down.
Harry
every
Tesseract.
time
I
remember
made sure to
it.
get a good enough family name to. Taratuga is a very funny name to remember.
It's a sorry.
So,
Terraset.
with the Terraset family, kind of owning one of the largest farmlands of the Concord, they do a lot of business with everyone. Whether it be crop or fruit, there is hundreds, if not thousands, of dealings monthly with people all across the Concord. You remember almost specifically that while with certain groups like Taratuga or that of Port Kandahar or any of the more southern islands, prices would seem to constantly fluctuate, as there would almost always be bargaining and haggling and bidding. The Scataan price for what you sold to them never changed. It was flat. They wouldn't try to bargain to get a better price. They got what they could, and they stick with it. They're not, from your perspective and what you've seen and what your family seemed to support about them, they're not frivolous. They don't try to get things for less than their worth. They pay their worth, and they get on their way. There is no frivolity to the Scataan family and dealing with them. There is no taking them out to a tavern and paying 200 gold on drinks to try and
Schmooze
win
them
them,
over.
schmooze them in a bidding war. There is, they have arrived, they pay their bill, and they leave with their shipment.
So I have no issue with them in my past. And every time I was like, okay,
Yeah.
so I have a pretty good.
You have no issue. They are the most consistent of the families.
This is the family that Namara's family wants to put on the throne as the rulers.
Yes.
Oh.
But we only got like a session and a quarter
Yeah,
of that
we can
line.
dive
Give me a
into
full-
that plot
give me a
line
full
because they got
session.
fucking blasted.
Yeah.
I messed up. I should have grabbed it. But then I realized I can't giant stuff. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's all I could.
It's alright.
Either way.
At least one of the plot.
I wear your armor and have
survived.
boots.
One plot line survived. Let's see if the party cares about it. Okay, so with that being your history check, what is your guys' response? What do you need? What supplies? What weaponry? What is your goal? He knows you're heading north, likely to somewhere Githyanki, but he seems to be out of the loop out of much than anything
on
else.
a ship like
We need,
this.
we need rations still. Like probably a refill or like packs.
I would say
Base.
healing potions.
Disguise.
For the love of God, healing potions is what we need to get.
Ways to disguise ourselves as we're going into primarily Githyanki territory.
I'd like to see if maybe I could trade out one of the rings that I have, the ring of water walking, for a ring of what's it called?
Protection?
No, ring of magic sword. What's it called?
Oh, you're talking about a ring of spell storing, where
Yeah.
you can store up to 5 levels of spell slots?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do. So as you guys kind of start speaking these requests,
I think Dorian, if they're going to start to just nitpick little things, Dorian says, to be honest, I believe that we could do these interactions with your quartermaster since you're busy. Is there something particular that you need to know from us? Because he doesn't need to waste his time with
Yeah.
shopping list.
he kind of sighs and
I was meaning that above table when I said healing potions.
Yeah.
and says, "Yes, I will put you in contact with my quartermaster post haste after this meeting. I am more particularly requesting information. I have little to hand to you aside from that note. I can tell you that there are 2 armadas that are going to meet me at Pennakel." He kind of looks over at the map across the board and says, "I am uncertain of the outcome. I know your Concords call that you sailed upon from the Cannon Fire shipping post was wrecked and destroyed along the Scarlet Straits." I'm coughing a lot.
That's the one that we first wrote in on
Yes.
the top of
Which
Wolf.
we don't know about yet. So that
We had never
Yeah,
heard of
that was
one.
new information
Yeah.
to you guys. That ship capsized or was destroyed.
Yeah.
You know that it was heading down to the
South.
Daring Straits, seemingly for negotiations with a group that is down there. But they seemed to be intercepted or storms hit them along the way.
Is he looking at us like he's like waiting to see our reaction to that information?
Yes,
Okay.
he is.
I would say let's not react to that as much as possible. Like, just us being in Zen, like, I'm gonna say out to the party that, like, don't react to that information. Let's just keep our little head. We're just here to give the what?
So,
Wha-
just to clarify with everyone, like that was Alaris Lightweaver
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
all of that crew. Okay.
And the powder monkeys.
And the Powder Monkeys,
Why
some
don't
of them.
Why should we have no reaction to that?
I also don't think we
Because
can have no reaction.
He doesn't
because
know that we
he
don't
would
know
get it-
about that
He
necessarily.
would have told to us before you could even said
We've
no
been on the
reaction.
Zen
You'd have an
Yeah.
coast for
immediate
multiple
reaction
days.
regardless.
I mean, I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, you
There'd be a
can
immediate
school
reaction.
your face for
You could school your face and then right afterwards be like, "Don't react, don't show our hand."
Yeah.
But you know,
They'll
the
be-
initial reaction would have already hit.
I was gonna say, I was gonna be like, okay, that's some new information.
He's also going to say, "And we have sent ships to multiple Avarian cities, requesting aid and resources and logistical support, just as they did in the previous war between Zem and our islands." I know very little of the mission you were sent on, some artifact. Were you able to retrieve it? I know not of what it is.
There's our answer.
We were not able to retrieve it. By the time we got to its location, they had already made out with it. Our
Who?
current objective is to head north.
Whom had made out
The
with
gift
it?
made out.
The gift.
The gift.
We believe.
Yes, as far as we know.
The aftermath of the battle that obviously took place indicated it was the gift.
Were you able
Above
to?
table, they are Githyanki, correct?
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Were you able to find any dignifying markers, any particular tattoos that were notable? Were it cowhawks? Could you tell what division?
You have 2 different cowhawk blades.
Yes.
Can I go into detail about some of the Good Yankee? No, never mind. I won't do that. That would have been funny, but
That would've been fun.
Would you? I would assume if he asked, you might pull the cowhide blades out of the bag of holding.
Oh yeah, I can do that. Pull this. Yeah.
He kind of holds his hand out for you to hand it to
Oh
him.
my gosh.
No,
He's
He
going to
holds,
say,
he holds his hand out. Oh.
Yes, to grab the weapon from you.
Bjorn is like going to shake his hand, but then he hears this voice in the back of his head. You're not supposed to shake his hand. So he goes, yeah.
He kind of looks at Orville with like a disappointing stare, just, and takes it. Do you hand the blade or the staff?
Oh, honestly, I'm not gonna hand him a blade. I hand him the hilt.
The staff, the hilt of
I hand him the
the
hilt
blade.
like he has. I'm like.
Okay. He will take the hilt and examine it.
while he's examining
We
it,
have
I'd
the-
like to say something to Cade. Has Cade opened the letter yet?
No, he is not.
I'm gonna encourage Cade to open that while he's examining that and see what information he can gather from.
because if we don't know
That
what's
letter?
in there, we don't know what to ask.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cade's gonna take a small dagger and he will slice open the letter. It still has the seal of the Potashu family on it.
I was just about to ask, is there any way of knowing if it was tampered with?
The Potashu seal's on it, but to be entirely honest, the best psyops of the Concord are in the Scataan family.
Yeah.
So if
Would
there
I
was,
be able to do some type of perception check to see if it maybe could have been tampered with
We
before?
could also just assume that it has been tampered with.
I would
Yeah,
just
but
probably
I'm-
assume that it has.
Okay.
And we'll let that
Girls
be
will.
okay. We can still work with that.
Yeah.
as he slices it open, he picks it up, and it seems to be a fairly thick letter and large script. And he begins reading through it. While that's going on, Fredriech is looking at the blade, and he kind of bears a glance at the hilt and says, Jacquet, I believe. Cernereth of Damarian. And he hands the blade back to you.
I will, while Cade is reading, I will take the staff that I given to Cade, and I will pass that over to him.
And he takes it. He glances near its center and says, it bears the same mark.
What was the name again?
So Jacquet, a Cernereth, as he said it. Those of you who know the Githyanki a little bit better know that to effectively mean like general. Like that would effectively be their 5-star general.
Oh, nice.
That would effectively say, hey, the head of one of the Githyanki cities, this is one of his personal people. Like one of his personal cowhawks. You guys don't necessarily know how Githyanki military structure is built. But you can say, hey, someone who's important enough to have the like title and script of the head of one of the Githyanki cities was wielding this weapon. So someone of great importance.
And
was
we
wielding this
knocked
weapon.
we knocked those guys off.
And you guys killed them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, boys. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
This is mine. No one else's.
So, he's kind of looking at it for a moment and hands it back to you and says, were these taken from the battlefield off of dead when you arrived?
Off of foes, those that were the end of the gods, those that were there to clean up and finish off those defending.
Most curious they would leave cowhawks behind for a situation such as that.
There was some odd magical rooms that they were trying to do some things with. It required some deep speech to activate the vaults. They were dealing with that when we arrived.
You hear him kind of whisper to himself, horrors of the depths. Intriguing. He kind of takes a moment to himself. As he does, Cade continues reading. And here's what I'm going to do. I am going to give someone this to read.
Someone out loud for the party to read?
So one
All
of you
us?
outside.
To
one of
read
you-
out loud for us.
I'm gonna post it to Jack. This is the first block of the letter.
Okay.
There's a little bit more, but this is what he would have been able to read throughout that time.
Well, if we're assuming... Oh, that's interesting. Okay. If you're reading this, you are still alive. Congratulations, Kate. You are doing well. I have very special plans for you once you have completed this task. The power we will unleash with this will decimate the Concords' enemies and leaves us ripe in taking what was taken from us. I have my people attending deeper research into these artifacts, and we have recently found a Githyanki in our midst. Ooh. Mason Karabor's body was found in the hold of the Sun's Hope on the 23rd of this month. When found, we took the creature impersonating him deep into the caverns under the Ware Mount watchpoint. Interrogations have gleaned much for us, but as of now, we don't know much more of these artifacts. But what we do know is listed below. Does anyone need any repeats of things I've said so far?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
Thanks.
The items are connected with an ancient creature in the Zemnian Ocean, of which this item seems to be able to control. The Githyanki have had some relation to this creature in the long-distant past. There are 2 Githyanki in particular leading the charge to gather these items. An Arcanist, Celebrum, I said that right, and another man called Hollis Turek. I can say if I can spell those out if you want me
Yeah,
to.
can you spell Hollis?
Hollus, and then Turek is Tarrek. And then, do you want Arcanist Celebrum or?
What is that? Was that the creature? Or
That was the first.
No,
guy.
so
That was the first
what?
gift.
Get first gift Arcanist Celebrum.
And what did he do?
He's pushing.
There are 2 Githyanki particularly leading the charge into gathering the items.
Okay.
And the 2 are Arcanist Celebrum and Hollis Turek.
Okay.
It seems they have been devoted an immense amount of resources to acquire these items. Oh boy, I don't know how. The Carathen Jacquit un Harka.
What?
I got you.
Caracas. That's
So-
tough. That's
So
tough.
it is a Serathane, or the Cernierth. It's similar titles. The Serathane Jacquit un Carcass.
Okay, I was almost there. Has allowed the nearly free reign over this legion of cowhawks. All 50 of his strongest warriors with their aides, attendants, and squires will be on the hunt as well. So we effectively have a whole platoon after these items, and we've killed only 2.
3.
3.
Yep. One in Zem,
One's
in the city, when you had the showdown with Fart Boy.
and then the 2
the other 2.
and Catherine.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
Yep.
3 out of 47. We only got 47 more to go, guys. It'll be fine.
That's easy, baby.
Oh, you easy? You want to fight them all at once? I got you.
Please no.
Sure. And I go use my control weather, and let's go tsunami. And we're all. I didn't say
Bold
that
of you
was
to assume all of them can't just teleport away.
Exactly.
Like long range teleport.
Oh, I don't know.
Like a tsunami might lose against this ship.
No, just like when they're on my horse. Throw them in the ocean, drop. Whirlpool.
So, Cade will be relaying that in this moment of quiet. Do you
Through the
guys
mental
have-
link.
Through the mental link.
It'll just fully out.
I will. Speaking of which, in that moment, I will be doing a psychic connection with Dorian. I don't think it was. I'm gonna specifically in that moment because that's big enough information. I will do the kinetic link, and I will relay that to you. Since you're from, I think from your lore dump and everything, you explained that you've been fighting the Githyanki for a while, so maybe you'll know something.
It's just any of us. that knew
So-
just kind
Slight sidetrack. Zach, did you look at his sister's character as part of your campaign?
No, I did not.
Okay, so
Not well enough.
The
Let me
story-
go back.
I was gonna just say, The crossbow she wielded dealt with deep speech monsters. The thing was, she had been freed from the Illithid. She ended up on this one, and she went and looked into the deep, and got in with the weird cult that worshipped the sea creature people.
Where is she?
So,
She's not in the campaign. Did you send her?
I thought I did.
Because she's not in the campaign.
Sorry. So, don't have to touch on it unless you want to, but she specifically stole it not for the Illithid, but for the deep monster.
Okay. Because
yeah.
I was under the impression it was always for the Illithid, because that's the impression you gave me during the one shot.
she had freed her. She had been freed from that, and she was talking about that. But
I never had access to the page. It's not public for viewing.
all right, I'll send it back to you.
You got to go and edit the character and make it public so that I can go and view it.
This
This is from the one
this
shot.
creature.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, sorry. No, nothing.
I'm following. I'm just feeling like this would be right up my knowledge alley of any rumors or legends of this type of a thing.
Right.
Feels like I should know about that kind
You
of
can
stuff.
you can attempt a history check. I'll even give you advantage.
Can
History
I?
check. Can I have a nature check? Or
This isn't really a nature check.
Would I be able to assist him with my connection?
I wonder if I can
He's already got a
join.
He's already got advantage.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I'll just
So-
rejoin the campaign with her, so you can access her.
that's not worth anything.
I can't show.
15.
15.
This is technically the highest roll I've had of the night. It was an 11.
Let's go.
There you go.
When you think of horrors of the deep and ancient allies that one could have, your immediate guesses are things like krakens, leviathans, ginormous creatures that we still see today. More intellectual creatures that would control a lot. Your best guess would be something like an aboleth or a dragon turtle.
What is an aboleth?
An aboleth is, at least for my world, like a creature of the astral sea. It's an aberration. So it's not necessarily something natural to this plane. But aboleths, as far as you know, are creatures of immense psionic power. They have immense capability to control minds and subjugate people to their will. And they're creatures that, when living in the prime material, oftentimes find their home in the lakes, seas, and oceans of the prime material.
Okay. Cool.
That is where they are most comfortable. So the thing is, in regards to something like this, is you guys, and say even Winton particularly, you guys have a lot of experience of the creatures of the here and now, and creatures of the past that are documented. When you get to the point of the Githyanki leaving this realm, that was thousands upon thousands upon thousands of years ago. So it's hard to really comprehend the creatures that would have existed at that time, or the kind of connections that the Githyanki would have to them, just because you don't have documents of that. There's not even a book you could go and read that talks about an aboleth that the Githyanki were allies with 30,000 years ago. Which is why it's difficult, unless you have an immensely high roll and a reason to have a book of that sort, or a creature of that time, which there are some, but none that you guys know, post the Darren campaign, as that's in the Caladrian Empire as of now. That kind of widespread information of the schism has not yet occurred.
I would like to try to do something.
Okay.
I'm terrified.
He shakes his hand and I don't know.
Away from the conversation, silently to myself, let me find the thing's name again. You would have posted that in. This is the wrong one. I'm trying to find. I got it. I want to say silently in deep speech. Is that what you are, Valkahan?
When you ask that question, I am going to have you
Oh my god.
roll
we
me a
still-
luck check.
Are we still
Oh,
are we still mentally
fuck.
linked?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
you
but
are.
He also can
He's-
choose what he.
Right. I'm just curious. Do
It's
you
a
slip
pure.
off?
It's a communication link.
Okay.
Nothing more. Go ahead and roll me a luck check.
Hold on.
What's your look
I'm
like?
confused. Is there something that I missed?
Kind of.
Yeah.
+1, folks.
All of his astral stuff comes from something.
No.
Experiments that were done to him via the gift. No, not in this case.
What?
Seven.
Nothing occurs.
All right.
That was
All right. No answer. I'll leave it be then.
that would have been sick. No, can
That
you,
would-
can you have
I don't think it would have.
Can he have
Can
advantage?
you have advantage?
Another player asking.
He's
you
not
to-
Claire.
Pretty please.
Fair enough.
Since I didn't shake the dude's hand, can you have advantage?
No,
What's
that's
advantage?
just RP.
I will.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try later.
Okay, so he sends that piece of information out. There's a little bit more of the note that he still has to read, but he hasn't gone through that yet.
So much about
Okay.
At this point, after a short moment of quiet, as he seems to kind of like flip through a notepad and scribble something down, he kind of looks up and looks at you, Orville, and says, "Do you have your own report to give me, son?"
Not much more than was already given. However, I do have this note for you. Do not know what it contains. It is the note from Plyn.
From Plyn?
Yes.
Okay.
Start
He
with
takes
Plyn.
it, glances at it, and sets it aside. And says, "I will ask plainly then, what were your dealings in Zem?"
Zim we destroyed and killed.
Barkatani.
Arkatani. That's the only person we killed.
And
We killed some other
we killed the right hand.
The red hand.
The red hand.
He's like we assassinated the red hand and the head of their intelligence unit.
We
And killed a bunch of
assassinated the Red
Eodudes.
Hand and Fakatani.
And a lot of Eodid stuff. Okay. Eodids died.
You see his frustration almost grows a little bit, and says, "They would send a group such as this for that, and for a simple ancient artifact. He says,
We should just tell him that we are also out of the loop. Since
Yeah.
This is above the table. Like,
he's just kind of sitting here thinking to himself.
So, like, we should obviously, I don't know, we should just say that we're also out of the loop for what this is. We're just after an object or something.
Jaram Katan and Kenneth Batashmi have kept much from me and all of the other families.
As they kept from us.
There are many reasons as to why there are 4 banners missing in this armada.
Ooh.
Much has happened in the few weeks since you left the Concord. There is by no means a war in betwixt ourselves, but there are disputes that have been held. Some of those ships are going elsewhere. Some of them are being kept for defense. But I have been given a lackluster force, and I will be met with great strength when I make my way to Pennikel tomorrow. I'm sure you can understand my frustrations. Last time a war such as this occurred, I had twice the amount of ships, twice the amount of family heads, twice the amount of their own admirals and captains. This is a novice armada outside of our family. And he's not even looking at anybody else. He's only looking at Orville. And he says, "There will be things needed to be discussed when you return with this.
Yes.
We need to crush the Zemnians at Penakel. Is there any information that you can provide me that could give any benefit? Things happening in Zem,
Was
that
there
of
info
Penakel.
of all the terminals and
They had troops moving around.
Oh, yeah.
You
I do have
specified.
that.
Can you what? Have you been paying attention to this side of the table?
No.
No. Okay. Did you take notes on what troop movements? There was these Zach specified troop movements.
Yes.
Of
Yes,
them.
we have, and I just sectioned. He has in the bag of holding
All the papers from the
desk
Oh.
security.
Yes.
We
Maybe it could be something.
we spent a good like half hour drying books, Preston doing stuff. So
Yeah.
there is information there.
I read that in the second league. I'm like, horrible. Do you want me to show them the stuff that I found?
Yes. I'll whip it out.
No. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, so I go to you and I'm like, is he a lord or what is his title?
Brother.
Admiral.
How would
My man.
would I have interacted with him before?
You've definitely not interacted with him
just with
before.
his endlings.
With
I'd
his
be like,
underlings.
Lord
head of-
Scataan, Captain Lord. What about we found these in our travels. I pull out. I don't like
I gave you paperwork.
I pull out all these papers of like these are some of the papers that we found on the desk of the Githyanki that we murdered,
And these
killed.
are the
Git, I
Admiral,
did not
the head of
know.
security. So this is da.
Yeah, this.
He kind of looks upon them and kind of smiles to himself and says, hopefully there are things of use in that.
Oh, it's pretty good. I really want to shake his hand so bad.
He looks back over to Orville
Rolls a
Claire,
d20 for
Claire,
impulse
shut
check.
I
and
might-
says, either you are withholding things from me as well, or you know very little, which I expect both of.
We know very little. We have not been in contact with them since we departed. Even then, they told us very, very little.
I do not trust them either, but as of now, they are our superiors, and there is a chain of command that must be followed. By the time you return, that may not be the case. He kind of takes a second and thinks to himself and says, by not my hand, of course. You are lucky you have not been here the past few weeks. There were 2 attempts on members of our family.
Which members?
Theodore's wife in Tartuga, before they came. Back to our stronghold.
The moment I went there.
And then he kind of takes a second and says, and your other brother who is here. There was an attempt on his way. The others, I have made contact with those of whom I can. They have fortified themselves, extra guards, magical defenses, and such. Obviously, I was unable to contact you, but you were already in harm's way. Your mother was worried, however.
That was above table.
No, that was a minute.
That was above
Which is like,
table.
aww. Richard, shut up. but he's saying this at the table, right?
He's saying this to everyone.
I would like to know,
Nice.
Lord
family
Scataan,
drama.
were any other families killed during this time?
Were there any other attempts made?
I don't know the 10th. I didn't want to know about 10th. I just want to know people died.
As you
Sounds
can
like
ask
you
that
know
question,
attempts.
and he responds, none of the other families know of the attempt on ours, and I don't know of any other attempts on theirs.
Okay.
It is a sign of a show of weakness to let something like that occur to one's family. If I were to let others know that attempts were even able to be made on my children, they would think me weaker, lesser than their original interpretation. The Scataan family must maintain its reputation, as that is our strongest backbone in all negotiations with the other families.
Is there speculation if it was an in-house operation or if it was Zemian?
Am uncertain.
That's the truly terrifying part.
Both of the assassins, when killed, their bodies set themselves aflame. He kind of takes another second and says, "You are all champions of other houses. Not all houses of which I trust."
Not the fruit guy.
Why did everybody just look to Thalen?
Because I'm the nice
there's
fruit
always
merchant guy. She's the murderous, thieving person.
And he says,
My
"But
character
you have
literally
traveled
was
with
the-
my son for a time, and in one way or another have kept him safe. So there is a thanks to be given." What are you sniggering at over there?
I'm just like, you kept him safe. Orville exploded a hooker. just like
and threatened to kill a child.
no,
We
this
kept him
motherfucker's
safe. He's
messed
like,
up,
I'm
dude.
gonna go get them.
He talked him out of getting killed. He
I know.
literally saved his life.
There's a reason why.
Who was that gonna kill?
Oh, that's
No,
so...
Danny was going to kill you.
My moral compass was still in the good.
Logan,
Yeah.
is there other waters in the
Or I would have
There are not. There are
I
some...
was not liking Danny.
Don't drink those.
Agree that hooker
Well, they're
I
already
agree the
open.
kid deserved it. He was a
Uh,
goblin.
In the fridge over there.
All but one. But yeah,
The
there's
hooker, I don't
some
know
in the
who
fridge.
I'll grab it.
I'm
If you would've told me
Logan
the hooker was
knows
a
where he's
goblin,
going.
I'd be like, oh,
I want
yes.
to go with him if that's okay.
Okay, yeah, there should be a couple.
Hooker?
Bottom
Two
drawer in that
goblin.
fridge.
Waters?
Oh, makes sense.
Does anybody else need a
Water
water?
good.
I'm
I
good.
got my monster.
So I've got my water.
As he kind of
It's
looks
got
over
minerals.
to you,
That's
Orville,
massive.
he says, "I trust that you have shared everything that is required as of now. I will have my attendants look through these materials you have given. I will relinquish the Scarlet Hound back to you and yours. Are you wanting a small crew to go with you?"
We should be good with just us, and then I will be taking the other two threat boxes with me.
You totally forgot their names.
Nope, I have them. It is, we have graphite, we have cashmere,
Kevlar's the one that's
Kevlar.
missing.
Kevlar's the one that's
which is
missing.
missing, and I don't remember him. Perfect.
Kevin.
And balls.
He...
What's his name? Granite and what?
We have cashmere, graphite,
And Kevlar, but Kevlar is the one that's went missing.
yeah.
Or am I?
Assumed dead.
I can't spell cashmere. So
That's how you're supposed to do it.
Assume
It's literally
Assume
cash
dead unless they just
mere.
pop up.
that's how you literally put.
M-E-R-E after cash. Cash.
Cashmere.
Mer.
You would need one of these of six.
Well, I've already tried my luck check, so I'll go take my shit.
Another one?
another one?
Hey,
Greasy pizza.
Maybe you should stop
Pizza,
getting
pizza.
20 energy drinks.
no.
Nah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna crack mine open.
At this point, he is going to say, "I will have my quartermaster meet you here within the hour. I expect you to be gone by evening.
Most likely.
Your ship will be stocked with rations and cannonballs and whatever else is required. Any potions you will speak with the quartermaster upon. You all are dismissed. I will speak with my son personally for a short time."
Okay.
God damn. Good damn.
If you would allow it, as the conversation continues after a couple comments, Dorian will step back over to the table
All right, Chad.
and, based off of the knowledge he has, update some of the troop movements of the other people's forces.
There is very little for you to update.
Okay. Yeah, if there is anything, just kind of look at it, like just small details, like maybe they're a half day farther along here, or they're just kind of change a couple things real quick before nodding and leaving with others, but mostly keeping an eye on Cade.
As everyone else, including Cade, leaves, Cade will list out the final short few sentences, which I will read. 1 second.
Good grief.
So, the final section that was last read ended with speaking of the Githyanki, who seems to be leading this, along with talking about his 50 of his strongest warriors and their aides, attendants, and squires will be on this hunt as well. Your bearing is to Damarian. There you will find this item, connected to the halls of history. We have no ways to find this place, and in that you are on your own. Our other champions will meet you in Isidar, along the Divide. Make your way to Damarian, and you will find the second face of this artifact. When you return, we will find grand purpose for you, particularly for Cade, it
That
seems.
does not sound great.
And then
Needs a fucking
that simply
sacrifice
ends.
right
What? Literally. Yes, that's exactly what that is.
What
When
do
we
you-
find a grand purpose, please. We've seen the movies. Like, come on.
Cade will make a good sacrifice.
So,
now.
Cade kind
What
of
if that hooker that you killed, we can use her as a sacrifice? Fine.
I mean,
Come on,
she
dude.
was just 2 goblins in a trench coat.
Nah, not after what you guys did to
I
her.
hate my life.
You're right. She was missed in a trench coat.
no, she was 3 goblins in a
She
trench
wasn't
coat
the
by the time we were
She
done.
was the real red lady.
She was missed across
She
the
was the
entire
real red
fucking
lady.
She
room.
was missed covering a trench
She
coat.
was 3 cubic meters of
Her
mist.
name was Misty.
Yeah.
Cubic meters is crazy.
Hell yeah, dog.
So,
Cubic.
as everyone else leaves the room, and it's just you and your father,
That's scary.
Fredriech kind of stands up as everyone else leaves and kind of moves over to you. And after they all leave, he kind of steps to you, and he does reach out for a very, very formal, rigid embrace. Like, the dad who doesn't know how to show love at all is like, hey, I guess you're back.
Glad you're alive. Yeah.
Glad you're alive.
Yours peeking at the
As he
table.
does,
You got a mental egg.
holding your shoulders, he is going to say to you, kind of changed his demeanor, almost is more rigid after that, and says, Warville, I know you have always been more your mother's son than mine.
Fuck.
In other words, you've never been my favorite, but I need you to be important right now.
You should be a real one.
You're the fourth.
But I
I
need
really
you
want
to
Watch
be
the fuck up.
entirely honest and come clean to me. Have you told me everything?
Told you everything that we are aware of. We know not what the artifact is. We know not why they sent us for that assassination mission. There is probably more that we do not know. We are not trusting of them either.
Kind of takes a second. I believe the Concordian spines will be shattered within the week. I do not believe this blockade of Panikel will go well for me. I am uncertain of me and your brother's survival. I am certain that we will put a grand dent into that of the Zemnian Armada, but we have too few ships, we have too few commanders, we don't have the resources required for this. The leading families, for some reason, have put their hope in this ancient artifact. Our very way of life in the Concord may fall to the wayside to Zemnian corruption and taxation and overreach as it did 40 years ago, if me and you are not successful. So I ask again, is there anything that you have withheld from me?
What we withheld is we haven't even told them yet. You're the first to know. They got away with the artifact.
Make this swift, Warville. We may have a few weeks before we have full-scale war along the borders of the Concord seas.
We are very aware.
Good. Are you sure you don't need any more men, any more troops?
We should be good.
Damarian is deep into Githyanki borders. Do you have a way to teleport back to us?
Currently, no.
I will make sure that you have one. It may not work well inside the city of Damarian, but as soon as you are able to exit, he kind of almost seems, his calm and rigid approach seems to like drop for a second as he kind of just looks around for a second and then kind of moves over to his desk and he takes out what seems to be like this crystal. He pulls out a second one and he kind of hands you one of them. They seem to be exact duplicates. And he says, the item that will be given to you when channeled through this crystal will bring you back to either the Shattered Hope or our outpost itself. If you come to the Shattered Hope, I will find a way to get you and this artifact wherever it needs to be to change the tides. If it does not come here, you will find yourself in our stronghold with your mother. Be careful with her. She has grown even more suspicious and cautious than usual. Paranoia is in full effect. All true blood Scatans have been recalled. Except for your two brothers here and yourself. Whether it be from Zemnian or Githyanki or other families of the Concord, there will be more attempts on our family. Bringing this back will not only bring honor to us and glory, but will also bring a sense of security. It is vital that you succeed. Not just for the Concord, and not just for us. There are greater things at play here than either of us know. I don't even believe the Batashus or the Cartons truly know either, and that's why they aren't spreading the information. It's not out of holding their cards close to their chest, it is out of ignorance. They have blind faith, which is what makes me so damned frustrated. They don't know what they're getting themselves into. So figure it out for me.
Try.
I put this trust on you. You will not fail me. Go meet with Theodore. He should not be too far outside. He will lead you and your friends to the quartermaster. I will immediately send orders to get the Scarlet Hound prepped and ready to leave. I believe your brothers already escorted Kashmir and Graphite to begin the process.
But Casimir will... Oh, Kevlar's gone, right?
Kevlar's the one gone, yeah. As he says that, he reaches his hand to shake yours. Dab up.
Dwarf feels his servant's voice.
I crush his hand.
Hands up in that.
My hidden pistol pop.
Oh my God. You straight up go him.
He was
patricide, baby.
I'm the assassin.
And he said,
We got a new ship.
he says, the day has almost passed. You must be leaving swiftly. And he kind of leads you to the door. And as soon as the door opens, you see Theodore at the end of the hall, and the rest of your group kind of standing there awkwardly as they don't know where to go yet. Kind of awkwardly just looking at the ground as they mentally communicate with each other.
We're so autistic. None of us know how to be in a place without being awkward. So we're just all like...
Bjorn's not awkward.
Bjorn is trying to shake the wall's hand.
No, I'm not
feet
trying to
tall
shake the
and
walls.
700
You're having
goddamn
withdrawals.
pounds.
No, I'm trying to find like where is the booze? I'm like trying to figure out
As you kind of leave, and the door opens, he says, "I wish you luck to wherever Githyanki City you are going.
I wish you luck with the upcoming conflict.
We shall both need it." And with that, he kind of beckons you to exit his chamber. You see, he kind of leans out and whispers something to both of his guards as you leave, and they kind of nod, and they both seem to exit and walk down the hall. As you guys all exit the location, the last bit of the note that was given to Cade, I read out for the party. It's just a short thing telling you where you're going.
I mean, you're going to meet up with other dudes.
And that the other 4 champions, you guys will meet them in Isidar, which I'm finally going to have to open up a different map for you guys.
I was going to ask, is this city...
Maps.
Is this city in the Githyanki side?
Oh, we're going by my
the...
neck of the woods? No, we're not.
Isidar.
No, I was meaning where
It's
we're
going
where
by
we're
neck of
going
the
from
woods.
Isidar.
Yes, Damari.
But I don't know that.
Right. So, my question is, since certain individuals traveled from the astral plane through during the invasion, is this something they would...
Damarian definitely
any
would
of them
not be one.
would be here.
Damarian is what used to be Nern, which
Gotcha.
you two should
should
both
know.
recognize
Okay, it's Nern.
immediately.
Yeah, Nern. That's where Jinx nearly died from falling.
That's
at
where
Figglemine.
all of that party nearly died for a
Multiple
million reasons. But Nern, one of, in fact, the only places that the Githyanki
Controlled.
kept. No, they controlled a lot
No, I mean-
of the area around the Ashkeeper Mountains, but the only place that they kept in the armistice post the Githyanki War. So, you guys leave. You are Theodore leads you guys to a quartermaster on the southern side of the ship that takes you nearly 6 to 7 minutes to actually get to, which is still just bewildering to you guys who usually spend their time on 2-3 deck. Shut the fuck up. I didn't mean it that way.
Move the hand this
So, you guys find your way to the quartermaster. What particular things are you requesting? You're not getting no legendary items out of this,
No, I just
but
want
standard supplies.
to swap out my ring of water walking for a ring of spell storage or whatever.
I will allow that.
Yes! God, that ring feels so annoying.
Let me see. Hold on, let me see.
It's gonna be so funny when you need it in like the back quarter of this
Oh, I
campaign.
100% know. I'm like, there's gonna be one point where I need it. But I have the winged boots, so I'll be fine.
Hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see.
I want special bullets that do more damage.
Can I get a bullet plus 100 damage sword?
So here's what I will do.
Probably have some few bullets. Viewed with Fent. I mean, I'd be fine to shoot the enemies with a bullet covered in anthrax. It would still work.
Give me a moment. So one thing I will do as a baseline is everybody add 3 standard healing potions.
I've been trying to do this whole time.
What?
Add things.
Healing potion. 3.
So 3 standard, 3 greater
To each of us?
to each of you.
Internets.
Do you need help?
I mean, can you help us spinning it?
No.
So 3 standard, 3 greater.
3 standard, 3 greater, 2 superior, and then 1 supreme.
Whoa! Nice.
I love the fact that D&D's
Greater.
never... You can't ever find it with
You
just...
said 2 superior and what was the last one?
1 supreme.
So
Supreme.
3
Three,
greater,
three,
3
two, one.
standard, 2 superior, 1 supreme.
Yes.
And we'll have it off your order.
And then you will all also acquire a potion of speed.
Potion.
Can we acquire a potion of cheer, not sync?
Sync. How about you not be a fat ass?
Ooh.
I know you're carrying for 2, it's fine.
You don't know how big they told me this baby's probably gonna be.
11?
9.
9?
This is 9 pounds. That hits close to 9 times.
Oh dang! Potion of speed is purple.
It's gonna be fun. How big was James when he came out? He was like
8'4".
8'4"?
So
We're already
it's-
at 8'9" ish. And we're not even.
You'll be fine.
So it's 3 greater.
2 superior,
Three regular, 2 greater, 2 superior, 1 supreme.
and then a
I
potion of speed.
get a cloak of protection?
A cloak of protection.
That's an uncommon item.
That is an uncommon item. Yes, you are. Let me look into that bullet real quick. I'm pretty sure I made one on D&D Beyond.
And then
So frustrating. Greater does
Yeah.
not show up.
You go if you type in greater.
Is
You
not-
type in potion of healing, and the last word is greater, superior, supreme.
I had to type in
So
greater to
three
find it because I typed in potion.
You can click on the drop down arrow.
Yep.
Potion. There. Okay.
Yep. Greater. Same thing.
Greater. And
Yep,
supreme.
potion speed.
Yep.
Oh, that's a
One
purple.
supreme,
One
2
supreme
superior.
and 2 super.
2.
Ooh, fancy.
Yep, then just potion speed.
Speed.
It's crack.
It's crack. Okay.
Doing the potion, trying different potions is just like doing random.
Okay.
Okay,
I
so
have-
I'm gonna need you to write this down because I don't have an actual thing for it. So make a custom item in your actual thing with the notes. You will acquire 5 of each of these bullets.
Okay, one sec.
Which potion of speed are we using? That's
They're both the same.
okay. That's what we're trying.
Okay, so.
So there is the exploding bullet, which will deal plus 2d6 piercing and plus 2d6 fire in a 10-foot radius at a DC 15 dex check.
So plus 2d6 fire.
2d6 piercing.
Okay.
At a 10-foot radius at a DC 15.
Well, I thought that was an uncommon. Maybe it's spell sword.
Alright.
And then
So,
Whistler bullets, which just give you advantage on an attack. Now, if you're going to be using one of these bullets, I would like it declared that you are loading them into your rifle beforehand.
I do declare.
Roll for it happening, but ring of protection. That's more of a rare item, so that could be a tough one.
You said it requires 5 of the bullet? Right, 5 each?
You get 5 of each, yes. Roll me electric.
Okay. Let's see what the different dice. Let's try this one.
Nope.
7.
Yeah.
All right.
You aren't able to get one here.
I tried.
And Orville, one other thing that is given to you is what seems to be a scroll, which the seal placed on it to stop it from sliding out of its position is a crystal of the exact shape that you were given by your father.
Okay, so it's just the scroll.
Yes. It seems to be a scroll that allows you to cast some form of teleportation.
Just I'm making sure I'm remembering this right. The ring of spells story. It goes in there. It's not held there for like it's not 24 hours, right? It's until
So
it's
you
used.
cast a spell into it. Say you cast a 3rd level spell into it and a 2nd
Right.
level spell into it. It's not like you have to declare what spell you're
Right.
casting into it. It stays there until it's used.
That's what I thought. Okay, I couldn't remember if there was a. I never thought of it.
So if you have extra spell slots at the end of your day before a long rest, cast a couple spells into it and then move on from there.
Okay. Let me go to the bathroom.
I guess this is a question for you.
Okay.
Would I be able to wear both the Cloak of Protection and the Cloak of Ironwood?
No.
Okay.
You can only wear one cloak at a time.
I just want to
Can
try.
I have an invisible bar?
Let me see. Can you?
Can I roll
I would
against-
love to see what shenanigans you get up to. So yes.
Yes, hell yeah, man.
You're
I'm
not.
gonna be honest.
You're
I
not
was-
Jade, so you're not going to try to use it in every combat.
I was scrolling through all of the magical items and I'm like, what should I ask for? And then I couldn't find anything good.
Can I get a
And
movable
then I
rod?
thought of the perfect one.
A movable rod.
Yeah, can I get a movable rod?
Yeah, you already have one. It's in your pants.
Yeah, but can I get
That one
like-
doesn't work very well. It's just so small.
It's immovable.
It doesn't.
That's kind of.
Yeah.
And it doesn't move very much.
No, that one's movable. Yours is
I've tried to bloodbend on it, and it doesn't work very
It doesn't work. It's kind of
well.
It's because you skipped the first step. You were water bending first.
Goodness gracious me, that is too accurate.
Hmm?
Does Dorian ask for bullets as well?
I was thinking about that, but the truth is, he's the son and he's special forces. I doubt they would give them to me. Especially if he's only getting 5 each,
Yeah.
they would give him more if there were logically.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just need to wait till I level up a couple times, and then I can make my own.
Then you can make your own. Fair
So
enough.
I'm going through looking at stuff.
You guys realistically should be about where you want to be.
Besides health potions,
I am
unless I could get a bag of holding, or
You're able to get one that is requisitioned for the party.
Okay.
I'm so dumb.
What?
I did not realize that because it doesn't describe it in its description. Apparently, the Cloak of Ironwood Leaves does actually add to your AC, but it did not specify that.
It does.
So I have not noticed that the whole
My
time.
first
So the
casual
Cloak of
thinking
Protection.
blood
So
is
the
I'm
Cloak of
gonna go
Protection
into
is
the
absolutely
toilets and I'm just
useless.
gonna clog up like 3 of them. I'm just gonna lay it there.
You do
This is a
understand
joke.
what that would do, right?
This is a joke.
That would
Is it
tear
a
the ship apart.
tunable item?
Hmm?
Do you have to attune to
No,
it?
the ship
No,
could
the
provide
Cloak
more
of
than
Ironwood
8,000
Leaves
pounds
adds
of
2 to
force.
my AC.
Yes, it could.
And it's
It would
not,
deactivate
doesn't need
it.
to be 2.
It would deactivate it, but
But the
not
Cloak of
instantaneously.
Protection
It would
only
go
gives me
through a
plus
couple
1.
walls.
Okay,
And
so then
doesn't
how does
require
that work then? The 8,000 pound deactivation.
Well,
you already have the one-
realistically,
So
my thought
my
would
cloak
be,
that I had
while the
before
weight that is
gambling for the
moving,
Cloak of Protection
it's not moving very fast.
is better
It's
than,
just the raw
because I
amount
thought
of
it wasn't
weight
giving
that it
me
would be
AC,
trying to
because
stop.
it doesn't specify AC on
But the thing
But
is,
if
the
you take
walls
it
are
off,
so
they took your AC
thin
down?
that they wouldn't like
So-
hold up long enough for the
But you still
the
have the good
actual
one.
like pounds of force to build up.
Yes, I still
in
have
my
the Cloak
mind,
of
until it hit
Ironwood
like a
Leaves.
load-bearing wall.
Like,
Okay.
So it would probably tear through the bathroom wall, and then it would
So
just
I
like
would-
hit the stairway wall and just like stop immediately.
And
Is
then
that-
just fall to the floor harmlessly.
Can-
before
yeah.
it's
can
like,
I-
fuck.
this is kind of due to my own negligence, so I can understand if I don't get this. Can I roll a luck check to where I can trade in the Cloak of Protection for a Ring of Protection?
No.
Okay.
You asked for a cloak of protection.
I
so they
didn't
gave you
realize.
one.
I didn't realize the cloak I had was giving me actually protection. That's
It's actually lesser
You are
and requires an attunement slot. The one he asked.
the Cloak of
Yeah,
Ironwood Leaves does not specify a +2 to my AC. I had not realized it had, and then I'm like, oh, I'll get the Cloak of Protection because it actually shows that it's raising my AC.
That's because the Cloak of Ironwood Leaves is a custom item that somebody made.
Oh,
Either Logan or Nate at some point or something, because it doesn't have a book that it came from
Yeah, it's not.
in its description. So you're automatically, as a custom item, going to have significantly less detail about it in the description, just because
well, that explains it.
us DMs don't put enough. I generally over-provide description. But also, if you're ever curious about where your AC or stuff is coming
I
from,
realize.
yeah, you can just
It's
click
the
it.
reason why I recognized after the fact. It was
Alright.
just dumb.
So, you have 2 minutes to provide any other requests for the quartermaster, and then we're just gonna move on.
I think we can.
They got any belts of elven quickness?
Belts of elven quickness. Isn't that your custom item?
Yeah, that was what I was going to
Yeah,
ask.
yeah,
There's
you know,
different. They're the ones we discussed.
Yes.
If you don't want them, that's fine.
Those are, in my mind, they're the belts of elven quickness. So they're probably an elven designed item.
Right.
The Concord is not a place that is a haven for elves, by any stretch of imagination. Humans or Genasi are like 60 to 70% of the Concord's population.
I have 2 questions.
I have 2 answers.
Bracers of archery, uncommon.
Yeah.
Other question: would that apply to my gun? Because it doesn't say it does.
Yes,
but
it does.
all
It's a
old-
ranged
yeah,
weapon.
All old feats haven't been updated, so I figured what could I get?
Could you
Uncommon,
get?
bracers of archery? Give a +2 to both.
Yes, you could.
Isn't it tunable?
I don't care if it is. It might be, but I have a slot. If it isn't, that's just even better.
Any issue
They
with
are an attunement
That's
item.
fine with me. Do wing boots? I never use them. I've used them once.
Okay. So, with that stocked up on potions, it, you would guess, is mid-evening at this point.
I would see if I could get some leather, some things like that for working on projects.
You could get some scraps of leather, yeah.
If I talked with the guys and gave them some gold, could I get something a little better than scraps? Like maybe a roll or something?
Go ahead and just roll me a charisma check of your choice.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
You good, bro?
That is a 10.
10 total. You're able to get a couple larger slabs of hide. Nothing incredibly special, but I'd say you probably have like 30 to 35 square feet of hide rolled up.
Thank you.
So, as you guys move along, Theodore leads you through the winding halls, eventually out to the tail of the ship, which is just wide as shit. And you guys are pushed to board a small skiff that is slowly lowered into the water, and almost a hangar door opens up behind you, and the ropes are released from the skiff, and you guys just float out the back of the Shattered Hope.
That's sick.
As you guys do, the skiff is guided to one of these smaller ships following the Armada. That being the Scarlet Hound. As you guys arrive there,
Just above board. Did you get an amulet so you can talk to your dad or his
No.
commanders? Would you do that? That's something that we could have gotten from somebody, either not them or one of your brothers. Just a way that we can communicate back with them and find out.
Yeah.
Is that okay? I assume they'd have that for him,
they would absolutely have a sending stone that they could give you.
especially if we've got to use teleportation stuff and all that. But just a new contact.
Okay, so you acquire a sending stone that the quartermaster says that he will give to your father. As you guys approach the Scarlet Hound, you see that a handful of people, along with another skiff, are already attached to it. You recognize faces such as Lewis, along with Graphite and Cashmere, already aboard the vessel, seemingly hauling boxes or barrels of materials onto the ship. As you guys board, Lewis kind of steps over and says, "I hope the meeting with Father wasn't too demeaning."
I've had worse.
Seriously, he hasn't been in a good mood ever since yesterday.
Yeah.
Expressive as always, Warville. Is there anything in particular you guys are looking for in terms of supplies? Obviously, you met with the quartermaster. I'm talking more food.
Ale?
There is plenty of ale that has been rolled upon. By plenty, I don't think it will last a week with you. But We will only spare so much for such a small crew.
Okay.
I know it's a bit of an ask, but do you have? How are we set for like the salt, pepper, spices, things?
There
like that?
is plenty of the spices.
Lovely.
We have
How about
plenty
the chemical
that came
X?
from Tartuga. Chemical X.
Excellent.
Do you have good cookbooks?
We do not have cookbooks,
Did
but there
anyone
are
notice
plenty of salted meats. Most importantly, fruits. You must avoid scurvy while you're on the seas.
I'll kind of look around and go, if we have spices and we have the basics, then we shall be fine. And then I'm just going to turn and go, the galley is mine, and I'm going to walk towards where the galley is on the ship. And I'm going to take over the galley cooking and whatnot for the rest of the journey, unless someone takes me out.
I follow you, but I'm like, as
Just
is
to take
I.
this table scraps.
No, just to like, cause one, Jordan's just like, this is like basically like a big brother figure that he's just like wanting to hang out with and be cool with. I just want to be in that time that you're cooking, because you said you're cooking.
I will. I'm going
In
to
that time we're cooking, I want to be like swapping stories of like best kills and like stuff like that with you and like monster kills, like just like a little brother's like, hey, at this one time, I had
I'm
these
gonna
two
take-
goblins and I picked them up and both their heads just came clean off. It was so crazy.
My position is always just going to be on top of the ship, being the eyes in the sky.
The ship is not very big.
There's always going to be
Yeah,
crow's
yeah,
nest,
it
though.
does.
Yeah.
You
So-
I'm like, hi, Sean.
Crow's nest
You
is
guys are
always-
stocked up with plenty of meats, breads, fruits, vegetables, just about anything that you could ask for. Plenty of ale and whiskey. It will all be gone in 2 days.
We know we're headed up north and we're going to go up through the valley, past the area where we said you were when we were faking with Danny, up to here.
Also, do you want me to let you know the spells that I put in there, or like I have?
I would
written
love to know.
Okay, I'll text them to you.
All, and as we begin to head off, I will ask you, so Quentin said, if you have anything particular, if you want some fresh food from the sea, I just kind of smile at you and go, it would be an honor if you would be willing to go get something fresh for us this evening.
Oh, you're asking me to go fish? Sure, I can do that.
Because you can just
Go
jump
fish.
in, go kill
Go
something,
fish.
and bring back a big old fish or a shark or
I
something.
will note, you probably don't want the ship moving while he does that. Because he
still-
probably
yeah.
couldn't catch up.
I'd like to see him try.
Wind wall. I pushed the fucking ship back, bitch.
We have a
I put the immovable rod on the front of the ship.
Fucking wind wall. Try getting past him. No.
I mean, if
In
he's swimming
theory, we could
alongside,
find-
jump off the bar, he can swim down the side.
We
grab
could
something.
find
It's
some
a
way to
king-
make that
it's a
work
king
out.
I'm sure we could.
Maybe if we had to slow it down slightly or whatever.
Yeah, just raise the sails for an hour.
Yeah.
No,
If we're heading to, are we heading to nighttime at all? Or
We will be
is
heading
your-
to night time
okay,
very soon.
Logan,
Yeah, I texted
is your
Zach.
character
Gambit over
a
two.
cook?
Uh,
Just for fun? Like,
he's middle-aged elf, about 700 years old. He's 450. I'm sorry. He's
I was gonna say
450.
700.
He's 450,
Lowballed
that's right.
that
He's
age
four-
last time.
No, 438. That's right. 438 is what I have written down. So, yeah, he's been around, and he has the ability when he goes into a trance to remember any memories from a past life. Every time an astral elf dies, so I get a new proficiency or language or something. So, if he wants to cook, he takes a nap, and then he's an expert cook.
that's actually pretty sweet.
A lot of the astral stuff has that feature.
Yeah, that's what.
That's pretty fun.
So, he
I'm just curious.
yeah he cooked for fun.
You guys gonna go into a trance. Next thing you know, he's after you in a different way.
Huh? Sorry, no.
So,
Oh, yeah. About how many days' journey will it be if we have good winds up to the meeting point?
This will be a long journey. If you guys remember from the Cannon Fire shipping post to Sharza,
It was about
5 days.
was about 5 days.
yeah.
That was from, if you guys can see, about where my hand is here
2 there.
to here.
That's 5 days.
You guys are going from right about here
2 there.
to here.
Probably had like a week or 2.
This is almost a week. So this is pushing 8 or 9 days of travel for you guys to get there. That's just getting there.
do we have a time crunch on this one? Because last time we had a time crunch. Of like,
You had a time crunch because they wanted you out of the Zemnian coast before the blockade went in
right.
place.
Yeah, no.
There's no particular thing in the note or any notice given to you on a time crunch other than get this done as quick as you can, because I don't think the Concord has the advantage this time.
6 months later, we finally get around to it, guys.
Yeah, we just
Side quest.
partied
We're
for
just gonna
6
spend
months.
like 4 weeks in Avarian.
Go and try to open up his fishing shop and just do more of that.
Can I?
That's actually awesome.
Try communicating.
We'll get to that here in a moment.
You just
I just-
We'll get to that at the long rest.
I was waiting. I was just making sure.
Oh, it's like a zoo. It's like an animal training zoo. I had make animals do different things. It's just like
I didn't
little
know if we
fish
were
and
getting to
bears.
that point or
They're
not.
like, oh, look at this. And there's like 2 people there. They're like,
Yeah, one of them's a like animal rights activist.
one was like,
It's
the
just
one
like,
cheers.
gotta
One's like
get
an
you
old lady
shut
who's like
down.
there, but just like not even knows from like.
Yeah.
So,
they just get your ass shut down.
as your ship is finished being stocked up, there are some cannons on it, and there are ways to operate them, but in all likelihood, if a vessel like this gets in any kind of conflict, it's
Right.
gonna try and run rather than fight.
Crippling debt.
With a crew of 9, you guys will be approximately staffed, maybe a hand or 2 short. So this will
I've
not
got
be
4.
an easy 9 days of travel. This will be a little rough. You guys will be manning the sails, scrubbing the deck, getting everything actually where it needs to be.
Use my tri-fish command on you. You clean the deck.
You have a
Gun.
swim speed.
My gun on you.
He's like, I cast gun. Prepare to meet God.
I cast finger gun.
He spell.
Cast finger point.
So,
Cast finger.
as you guys
Tooth.
are finished being loaded up,
There you go.
the sun is about set by the time you guys have finished loading the Scarlet Hound. At that point, both of your brothers bid you adieu. A warm embrace between the 3 of you, as both of you guys are all 3 of you are heading into very, very dangerous territory. They have both been given their own commands in their own vessels, but
It's a pretty good chance this is gonna go rough.
they're both pretty... They were both not there for any of the wars that have occurred. The Concord has had peace for about 20 years. While the Civil War was a little over 40 years ago, there have been other conflicts with other naval parties in the area, but never have they participated in one. So this is kind of their first taste of blood, coming probably tomorrow or the day after. And it might be a few weeks before you hear word about what happens here. So you kind of bid adieu, kind of drink an ale before they go with each other, and they're off. They go and they catch up with the rest of the armada. As they are left, Cashmere and Graphite stick around with you guys, obviously, as you asked. And you guys begin your heading north. Pretty much due north. So, as you guys wind down the evening, sails are up. Some people will have to stay up every night to make sure the vessel is staying on course. But first they'll have someone roll me a d10.
Someone.
So
Do it.
Ready.
when I do cooking, do you want me to do
Checks. No, I don't care.
medicine or dexterity?
2.
I do not care.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
it is a 9. Never mind.
It's
Looking
cooking.
at that angle.
Yeah, Jack.
Look
You're
at it.
right.
You
Look at that
tried
angle.
saying some
Looks like
shit.
a 2.
It did. It looked very.
And
sus,
with that,
but
I am going to go to the bathroom myself. But you rolled a 9, correct?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll talk about that when I get there.
All right.
That's
so what
terrifying.
kind of fish did you get us? What did you get us to cook?
Poisonous.
I got you a goldfish.
All right, look at his notes. Let's go.
I got
What's the sword?
probably. Is this supposed
Jack,
to be a cold?
stop, I was
Is
kidding.
this a cold water
Jack,
climate,
stop.
or is this a warm water? This should be a cold water climate.
I was just saying, oh
This is a
shit to the
warm
handwriting.
Shut the fuck up. That was aggressive. I'm sorry.
Jeez, Ethan, you yell at me.
I
was
would
just
say
prepping for
it
how
depends
he'll
on the
talk to
time of
his
the year.
wife.
I think
My God.
That's wild.
No, not prepping. He's been getting.
You know that
I will say he's-
it's swampy up here, so that makes me feel like it's warmer. But over on our area, I feel like it's colder.
Well, we're also going north.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is literally.
Well, that's still a good ways from where we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, this ain't America.
We also could all be freezing, like a colder climate.
So I would say
I'd say
Where's the equator? We don't
If
even
we're
know the
talking
equator of the
fairly
world.
cold,
Guys.
Yeah,
let's
that's
go
true.
ahead
That's what
and
I'm saying.
say
We don't know it. It could be like in Australia.
blue
Like,
fin
what
tuna.
is this?
Okay.
Let's say
If we get literally
some
this,
high-quality
I'm saying we're
bluefin
up
tuna.
north
I'm
of the,
thinking like North
of the
Atlantic
equator of the world.
vibes.
If we're
You found
getting
the fish.
snow like
Huh?
Efficient.
Fish meat.
So we
because let me know.
Just fucking
Darren did not have
So,
any
23
snow-capped
on the
mountains.
cooking.
Period.
Hell yeah.
So 23 on the cooking.
So this is like very
Zach
much
just told me
north
to
of
shit
the
in the
equator.
shower. Everybody's-
Huh?
Everybody say something about Zach shitting in the shower when he comes
I'm
back.
sorry. He
Did he
was.
waffle stop?
It's a joke, but just
Zach
just
shits
say
in the
it, let me
shower.
finish.
Don't laugh too hard.
Can you?
Oh my!
It's hot as fuck.
I was gonna say I walked out there. I was like, oh my god, it's actually cold.
It's like 40 degrees. So much cooler.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it is very
Solid
nice.
20 degrees minimum.
Yeah, I'm
Fabulous,
actually.
thank
I'm,
you.
So
I'm actually just sitting on the
dude,
toilet. I'm
knowing
like-
of the world, do these people are they like? They're not going to be hostile.
Okay,
They're not
the-
hostile towards us.
The
Yeah,
a very
they are.
no
Oh, shit.
they are the equivalent of America.
Right. So are they
No,
gonna
we're
blow our ass
throwing
out of the
hands.
water?
No, they
Sisters.
won't. They are negotiators before action, unless we touch
That's
their
what
boats.
that's what I'm getting
Unless
at.
we
They
touch their
see
boats.
our ships.
Or oil.
Well, we're in
Everyone take
negotiations.
good showers. If we even have oil on our skin, they're fucking coming for
Yeah,
us.
I'm
So
counting on
so
that.
we are in negotiations with them to
That's
assist
part
us
of
like
that
they did
story.
40 years
Yes,
ago.
we'll see if that goes through.
Oh my god. Nasty.
Did you waffle stop it?
Shower shitter?
No,
How's that
I was
shower?
telling her a story about. I'm not going to tell that on the recording. Not a personal story. I will
Brought
just
to you by
clarify.
Shannon.
After credits.
After credit.
For the
On the
Patreon.
Patreon.
Yeah,
Most
brought you back
On the
there.
Patreon that I do not
Honestly,
have.
We should
Let's
make a
do it.
Patreon.
That sounds awesome.
I would pay the I'd pay the $10 to watch my
The $10 to hear the racial slurs and random ass conversations that occur before and after sessions.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
We didn't do any racial slurs.
Not this time.
We
Not
had
this
a-
time.
We had a religious discussion this
Yes.
time.
That
That's
would've
even
been good.
more
That's
hilarious.
worse.
I could add a racial
That's
even
worse
more
on the
divisive.
internet.
What?
I could add a slur right now.
Yo,
No,
come
like-
around,
Recording.
Paige.
Oh, I was thinking a different one.
Okay, cool. So Zach, I was asking about
That shit
the
for after hours.
if we go in this
Goblin.
area and we're spotted by these people, are they gonna like blow us out of the water?
In Avarian? No. Avarian is neutral.
Okay, they were saying aggressors though.
I thought
No.
I thought we were at war.
No.
No, with the Zemnian coast. So the people in brown down here?
Yeah, no. I know that. I thought we were also at war with the area that we're going to.
We're
No.
not in good relations with the brown people.
Not yet. We're gonna meet
Yeah.
and
But the
then
blue
go.
people- that's
in.
what I was
If we
wondering.
go to the when we get to the Gith Yankee, yes.
The
When you
blue
get to
people-
Gith Yankee,
dude, I
yes.
can't do
But the
anything.
blue people here, you guys are completely neutral with, and in fact, they helped the Concord in the last war with the
Last
Zemnian.
one. Let's see if they
This
join
is
us
the-
They
this
go
time.
America.
That's
And
gonna
this is the.
America, brother.
They said it was America of the thing.
It's a. You
I
did
mean, sure.
That's what
yeah.
we talked about like when you were gone.
It kind of is.
So
Don't
the
touch
It's an
the
okay
front.
So the
description.
Gith are neutral.
no.
Okay, so you, if you look at the map as best you can from what,
These
So-
are not the Gith.
these are not the Gith.
So the
This
blue-
whole
We're
area
going
right here.
to the
The
Gith.
above
The Gith
them,
are this
north.
this right here. So looking at the whole map, all of these like red named cities up here, these weird names like Pleith, Cuvern Teram, Agslagdan, Pogdlorn, and Damarian. Those are all Gith Yankee cities.
You just string consonants together. Like,
Actually, no, I had all of those put together a long time ago.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pogdlorn.
Poke We're gonna poke.
But
Jordan.
no, those are like semi close
Pogdlorn.
to like what Gith Yankee cities would be named, at least in my mind. And then Damarian.
So we're trying to get to there.
You guys are trying to get to Damarian. Once you pass, like a day or two past Isidar, you will be in enemy waters.
So
which
we're
probably
going to
means-
New Orleans to group up with the rest of the homies before we
Go to New
invade.
Orleans?
Before we invade Cuba.
Isidore.
There you
Does
go.
that work?
History lesson.
Sure.
Great.
Why
It's
did we
just
pick
other
New Orleans?
directions.
Because it's close in the coast and it is a shithole.
Alright, fair enough. I respect it.
You know what?
like
Fair
a-
enough.
like a-
I'm just gonna make Isidar like the music center of my
Oh
world
my
now.
god!
Yay!
Oh,
Danny,
Ja-
you find Danny there with the
freaking
goblin
bar.
The
kid.
jazz.
Yes!
singer.
Definitely not by now.
Danny!
Dude, that's like a 30-day trek on foot from where
He's
you
got
guys
fine
were.
teleportation. You know he can rob people's brains.
You can fuck.
Great.
Find a smuggler.
He proved he couldn't.
I immediately turned Danny around and kicked him right in the nuts. Danny!
So we might teleport for that to get rid of him.
Okay.
Oh, shoots him in the head.
So a 9.
So a 9.
Yeah, they throw hands.
Clouds begin to form, but nothing falls on you that day.
Oh boy.
But as you guys all take your long rests, I know you have something you want to do. Does anybody else have something they want to do before a long rest this day?
I already
Alrighty.
texted you what I did. So.
Yeah.
Since Elf needs only 4 hours, he'll take a good chunk of the watch.
Okay.
And if
I would guess that people like you and Phelan will take pretty much a watch every night.
Yeah.
And then someone else will take a part of a watch or something like that.
And if it doesn't slow too
probably
much
be me.
down after we do his thing, maybe I'd like to talk with Phelan some.
Okay, we'll do. So as you go to the crow's nest,
I will say out loud in deep speech.
okay.
I am the
Valkahan, enslaver of minds, continent of shadows, and master of the depths. I would like to hear you.
Okay.
Famous last words.
So
Can you give him like just a deep South accent?
I
Cha, man.
Either that or New Jersey.
Lord help me.
Either that or New Jersey.
Child, you do not know the powers you are messing with here.
Where you think you're coming from right now? Yeah.
You think you know who you're messing with? I am Valkahan. You don't know the power you are messing with, and then you just hear from the choir behind him, praise ye, praise Valka. And it's,
I'm in Valka.
it's yes, brother, yes, brother. Anyway, child.
Okay.
Anyway, child, this is
So I am going to let you roll me a wisdom check. So you'll be rolling with a +5.
+5 wise.
roll it on the table so we know.
Yeah.
Wisdom saving or wisdom?
Wisdom check.
Wisdom. Okay.
So it was a saving. I'm like, I'm in
It was a saving. No, you're
On the
not
board,
within
on the board,
10
on the board.
Which one should I pick?
Well, not these ones because they're roll down dice.
Brother, just pick a
This
d20.
Have it, I'll throw one out.
This is
That's his roll.
We're rolling for your ass.
Is a
That shit's slim.
yeah. I don't. That one was kind of shit. That one didn't roll at all.
Come on,
How about
things,
this?
things
Roll
that
it through the
sound-
tower.
Thank you.
Have Ethan blow on it.
Don't have
You wanna give it a
Have Ethan put it all
Oh,
the way
no.
into his mouth.
I'm so
You said prison wallet?
It's a mouse.
That was even worse.
An 11.
Yeah.
You don't get a vocal response. But as you ask this,
Oh boy.
your tattoos that are on every inch of your body,
Yeah, also did not know this.
they almost
I'm not
heat
that.
a little bit. But not out of a sign or a showing of I am here. More out of anger, if anything. And that feeling you get when your stomach drops and you feel like you're about to vomit, as the sinking suspicion falls into your sixth sense that you are not talking with what you think you are.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Talking to the devil.
Maybe I mistook you. If you are not Valkahan, then is there some way to know what your true title is?
As you ask in deep speech and you continue kind of different ways of asking the question, different questions, you are unable to receive any other sign or information from your tattoos through the rest of the evening.
I'll try tomorrow.
Okay. Dorian.
Yep.
I give you the chair.
Alright. So, last time Dorian kind of asked you some weird questions before you went to sleep about other lives and memories and things, and you were like, dude, you're one creepy.
Yep.
That's weird. And he's like, oh. So I thought, and then walked away, and you're like, the fuck did you say? I think it's exactly what you asked.
Yeah.
So, during the night when we're on watch, I figured that Dorian might come back over and just stand close, not close, but close enough, like if you wanted to ask questions or say something, he'd be open, but he's not necessarily generating conversation at first.
Okay. I'm not sure Thalen would generate any conversation.
You just kind of look at him.
Yeah, I
You
just
ignore
like.
him.
Yeah.
So, if it's quiet for a while, he's going to kind of clear his throat and go, I guess I owe you an apology. And he'll just kind of take his hat off and hand it to you. And goes, it wasn't fair of me to make one and then deny you this. As he hands you a hat. Because he's walking around with the gift skin hat that I made.
Fair.
Love it.
It's,
Oh, you don't know that.
it's obviously a well-loved,
Yeah.
adorned hat. I understand. It just
Mhm.
kept my fancy.
He kind of smiles and goes, seen a lot. And just kind of nods to you and goes, if you want to see some of it, but when you
Thalen's like, don't be a king thing, don't be a king thing, don't be a king thing. And like,
that's all she's thinking so loud.
no, but please don't be a king thing.
This dude's way too old for me. Please don't be a king thing.
And you go, he goes, maybe I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Last time we spoke, I mentioned that you were what would we call like a true soul, a newborn, a cycle. I take it from your age and being here without prying, you didn't end up in this plane by choice. Yes.
I've been in this plane the majority of my lifetime.
And there's only one way through into this realm from ours, and that is via the Gith. So I would assume that you probably have farthest back memories of that of enslavement.
That would be accurate.
Do you have any of your mother or father or anyone who took care of you in those days?
Honestly, the only thing I remember is being a captive, and then eventually not being a captive, and then once again being picked up by the Concord. I happened to be doing a few things. Here I am, working for one of the families.
Let me share something with you that almost no one on this plane knows. Us of the Astral Elves are unique in that though these physical forms are mortal, we have a much longer lifespan than humans, as you know. But unlike other elves, when we pass, our souls Do not go to the afterworlds of this reality. We travel back to the astral sea,
What?
where all of our ancestors have always gone and always will.
Always will.
There is nearly no way, without massive intent, to keep a soul from going back once this body is destroyed. And the beauty of it is, if when you die, another life at some point will be born. And when you sleep in that life, you will have flashes and memories of this life. We are truly immortal in the fact that every death is just another chapter in a book that we write. That no matter how horrible or how wonderful a life is, at the end of it, it is not more than changing from one chapter of a book to another. Our next chapter starts. We get glimpses of the chapter before. So, since
So we don't really die.
this,
The body, yes.
The
but
body-
soul, no.
the soul, no, but the soul will have echoes of the memories of this life, but you will be your own. So if there is something about this life that you hate, it will not carry to the next. You will be able to define yourself again in the next one with some knowledge of what happened before, so that you can choose some of the better tendencies or some of the things that you were interested in. So,
And how many lives is this for you then? Or bodies, I guess, or lifetime? I don't. What lifetime is this for you?
just kind of looks odd for a while. And goes, I don't know. I am a little more unique. I have a twin sister, I think you heard me say. And the two of us, when we are alive, we have more access to more of our memories. But when one is gone, we lose more than the others.
You've been reborn together.
Every time. I do not know why. But I know.
Do you know of other twins of our kind?
I do not. I do not know why we were twins. I do not know why we have been reborn. And I do not know why I have glimpses when the Githyanki were slaves themselves by the elephant. I do not know why I have glimpses of other realms. When I dream, sometimes I see things, and he kind of gestures up to the star pattern in the sky. He goes, I have sailed between those in the rivers of magic in that sea, between the worlds, not just worlds. Though it is hazy, there are things and realms beyond the astral sea. I remember the time I was burned up in the elemental plane of fire. He kind of smiles and goes, well, I won't get into that. But, needless to
Do you
say,
remember your deaths?
rarely. There are memories, but it is more like feeling, a knowledge of how you might know something in your bones to be true, though you do not remember why you know it to be true.
Almost like an intuition.
Yes. So, no matter what comes of this life, do not be afraid. Pain is fleeting. This is not the end for us. So, live life to the fullest. Because there are no regrets besides not doing something. Yes. At least at this stage. When you've done as many as I have, you get weary.
Wouldn't it be a peaceful thing to die, truly, at some point?
For some
Without,
maybe.
without all the baggage or the weight of knowledge of past lives, I would think that it might be nice to just pass.
There are some that have agreed. I know there is a way, but for me, there is nothing kind of size and use. As a twin, if one of us was to end forever, then the other probably would want to as well. But when I am not in line with her, it is as if part of me is gone. A core aspect of my soul is gone. And oblivion is not what drives me. Fancy is all that keeps me here now that she is gone. When this time is done, I will be whole again.
Wish to die sooner? So you may be reunited?
Do certain things certain amount of times. That could be there, but you have to find a code. Something that you tie your identity to. And regardless of if you're whole or you're missing a part of you, you follow that rule. And I am curious. And when something catches my fancy, the biggest sin, one could say, would be to end prematurely without reason. Because then I'll not know the answer. And if I ever remember this, I'll know that I could have had it. Again, don't let the fear of what others think get in the way. For us, it's only how you will remember what you did last time that matters. And if you are okay with that, just kind of nice to realize. That, and in every life, in every memory, going back as far as I can, I kill Githyanki.
Good knowledge to have nowadays.
So, if I seek death, I will seek it surrounded by the corpses of my enemy throughout the ages. And at some point in history, we'll awake to a world without them. Yes. And then I'll have to find another.
appreciate that your hobby is present with us.
They're ultimately responsible for my sister's death in this one. Though they used the hand of your enemies, they're the ones responsible. Although she probably would have killed me if she caught up with me in this life. Spats when lives don't mean anything to you don't really matter. Next time it might be I who am angry with her. He just kind of grins and goes, "You think siblings fight bad now? What happens when there's no consequences?" He kind of chuckles. He goes, "The things we do to each other. It's only 1,000 or so years before we meet up again." And he just kind of
You're gonna sit there like
Danny's a psychopath.
Dorian.
He just kind of smiles at you and goes,
Danny too. That was awesome.
and he goes, "But," he just kind of smiles and goes, "But I always seem to be the one to anger her. I don't remember ever being angry enough to follow it." He kind of chuckles and goes, "Maybe she's just broken." But he kind of smiles at you and goes,
Does she have a penny sign that just carries on through the generations of herself?
"She's obsessed with picking the wrong side. If there is a villain and a hero, she will side with the villain. Unless it's against Yankee, she hates them."
Well, at least she had that going for her. I shall try out this hat. This evening.
And he goes,
Thank you.
It might not quite fit you, but
I'll make it fit.
he smiles and goes, "We have time. If you'd like, I can make you a custom one to your designs. I have the materials somewhere. Or I could teach you."
Another day.
He nods to you and goes, "Enjoy your lunch," as he heads to another area of the ship.
As you guys calm down and take your rest, some of you staying up to make sure the ship stays on task, you all seem to have a good night's rest. You know that you have a lot of time before you're back in action, realistically. So there's almost a sense of calm that comes over you guys. While you're still at sea, while there is constant work to be done, always got to be cleaning the ship, making sure it's got the right heading, making your own food. There is a sense of peace that falls over you guys after multiple weeks of traveling through enemy territory that kind of washes over the group as a whole. Cade in particular seems to not feel this sense of peace. As you guys all wake in the morning, I'm assuming it will become a consistent thing for Bjorn to kind of take you guys through a bit of a morning routine. Stretches and plyometrics and strength workouts to get yourself your 19 temporary hit points
Would
every
I
day.
notice that?
Soft hands on this shit.
Would I notice that Cade's kind of feeling, compared to everyone else, a little off?
It's more like, while everyone else seems, their moods seem to lighten a little bit off of this lack of immediate threat, Cade seems to keep that
Tension.
paranoia, that tension, that caution.
Mm-hmm.
Almost as if he's expecting something at all times. his mood doesn't necessarily change. Like, there are still banter that he participates in. He just doesn't fall as far out of the cautious paranoia that everyone kind of sat in not but a few days before. You do encounter some small storms on your first full day of travel, but heavy winds keep you moving in the right direction. You do not gain any time. As you guys continue, I'm going to put out a blanket. If there is any conversation or anything you want to have before you get to Isidar, you will encounter nothing along your path.
Nice roll.
You know what I want to do.
I will let you know beforehand. While on this journey, you will likely not get any vocal responses.
Okay, that's fine.
But I will say out of session, me and you, if you want to send me a list of questions that you can ask,
Okay.
I will divulge that information.
Okay.
But if there's...
Am I getting closer, though?
Depends on what we roll.
Can I do that now?
I will go ahead and let you just roll me another wisdom check
Okay.
for this day. I just don't want to go over
Yeah, I
9
know.
days of
I
that.
know. I want to. I'm fine with that. I'm just saying, like, I want to get that roll
Talking to
now.
them.
All right.
Oh,
How many rolls do you want to? Is it just a one blanket?
Just give me one for now.
Okay. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You definitely get more. I wouldn't say you get closer. I
Yeah.
wouldn't necessarily say close. But if you want to start drafting up a handful of questions, I can give
Keep
you
notes.
answers.
Along the way, couple times, off and on throughout, maybe once a day, maybe do a shooting contest with you. Like to kind of get to know more with our expert hunter, because you, sir, Dorian would want to talk and get to know you better, interact with you. He has books on rare creatures that he hunts throughout and memories and things. Bjorn and him have traded techniques, different things. He'd want to talk with you with your renown. He'd try to understand what your family does, the way you hunt, things like that. And he's got a very, very respectful attitude towards people who go and put their lives on the line to hunt something like that, something that is, in most cases, more powerful than them, and constantly get them. So that's some of the stuff that he would want to kind of talk and get to know you with. Doesn't really care about politics and stuff. It's more about the in and outs of daily life that he would find interesting. Things like that. And it's how many days travel? Gonna be about 10.
It's going to be 8 or 9 days to get to Isidar, and then probably 2 or 3 days to get up. Realistically, you probably won't want to sail into the waters near Damarian. You'll likely want to either dock across the waters at Potorn, about a day's journey by walk to the border, and or maybe along the riverside, as best as you can call something nearly 80 miles wide a river.
So beyond that, if he can be of any help to Cade in any way, he will.
Okay.
If that's even just being there, letting him talk, or just being there. around him.
Cade won't talk much for much of this journey. You're more than welcome to roll an insight, anybody who wants to, on how Cade will be this journey. He doesn't seem standoffish. The tension seems to hold. And most particularly, he seems to divulge himself into the work and learning how to actually run a ship much more effectively, he seems far more interested in that than much else.
Natural 20 for a 24.
24?
27.
26.
Okay. So just off of those rolls, Cade is worried, certainly. The more and more you think about it, the more and more you see him once, twice, maybe even 3 times a day. He rereads the letter. And each time he does, he almost always seems to leave the area with kind of just a foreboding that he probably doesn't like that last sentence. They have a grand purpose for him.
That's a little worrying.
For those of you who are either up at night more often, like those taking night watches, or not sleeping at all, like this faggot over here, you guys, or should I say shadow phage over here. You guys see Cade up at night far more often. Many sleepless nights seem to come upon him. It doesn't help that you guys are getting chased by a storm for the vast majority of the time that you spend on the actual ocean. About the time that you find yourselves on your 3rd or 4th day of the journey, probably around the 4th morning, you guys find yourself cresting into the divide. Or should I say midday on the 4th, about halfway through your journey. Entering into the divide, the rushing wild waters of the Zemnian Ocean quickly become more the rushing and clear waters of more of a river. As wide as the divide is, you guys entering in its southern side and sticking within about a few miles off of the shoreline, where you can still see the beaches or the trees along the southern Avarian border. You know that you will have to, as soon as you start turning north, as soon as the divide starts turning north, cross the divide to find Isidar. At that time, the rains stop. This storm seemed to be going up the coastline at the time. And it almost seems that about that time, Cade's demeanor calms slightly. Almost as though the sea itself was part of his sadness, to best describe.
Well, he did almost drown.
He's hydrophobic now.
PTSD. Poor guy's having PTSD the whole trial. The whole.
We keep
Right.
giving this kid PTSD, let's be real.
I bet Cade doesn't shower.
I bet he doesn't.
He doesn't.
None of you guys do. You're on a boat.
Yeah, he doesn't even want to touch the
He
water.
can buy me a
Shut up.
bowl. I know.
One of these nights,
Waterboards.
after we
Just
get
like almost pushing
into
like
this
almost pushing
area,
in.
Okay.
I'm going to kind of walk up alongside him and dreamed of the hurricane often, I assume.
He kind of glances over at you, stepping over to the rails. He kind of looking out over the ocean and says,
What do you know about that?
"Yes, fairly often."
You believe that you have a duty to those, to your homeland, that want to use you for a grand purpose.
Duty to them? Little. Some. But little. I more believe I have a duty to the people of the Concord. I know you are a traveler here, and you do not know these lands well. But as I see it, when the Concord was founded, it was for its people, for the corruptions and immense taxations and the racial divide that was occurring in the Zemnian Empire at the time. As much as the Concord was no slight hive of crime and villainy, it had many of its own good people who were there before the Zemnians arrived. I do not know of my family's origins, as my father was never there to teach it to me. My grandfather was never there to teach it to me. My mother, I have no clue who she was. I never met any of them. My first waking memory as a child was being scorned by Jaram Katan when I fell off a dock and hit my head on a rock, telling me that I had a greater purpose to serve, and I can't be so foolish to let myself be injured in such a way. I didn't play much on docks for a long time after that. He almost kind of wipes away a tear for a second, and then says, Dorian, why do you take interest in me? There are others here, even of your race. Gunslingers or such. I understand my level of, as humbly as I can say, self-importance to those in the Concord. But you have no reason.
Quiet. He stands, just looks up at the stars and the moon, and then looks up at the other moon. When you look up at the sky, there are stars, there are planets, there are the moons. And if all you do is stare up at the sky for millennia, you get to notice when one of the stars burns a little brighter than the others. And it doesn't always last. When it does, you've looked at the same thing for millennia. Can you see something a little different? And it catches your attention. I have seen the souls of thousands, if not millions, over the space of my life. And outside of the few of my race, most souls burn very bright, like a candle that has a very short wick. There are few that burn brighter still. They don't always go out. And the creature goes, The only thing they've probably ever said that is true to you is that you have a greater purpose. But they do not define that purpose. You do. And if that purpose is to fuck off into the wilderness until you're ready to deal with life on your own terms, you will burn so bright in doing so that it'll be beautiful. If you choose to sacrifice yourself to a greater cause, that will be beautiful as well. But the cost to you will be higher than to one like me. So, why do I care? There were times when my sister and I were on the streets. There were times when we were slaves. There were times when we were the pawns of someone else. And there were times when we were free. You were a bird in a cage. But the door is open. I wish to see if you fly free, or if you free your soul and remain in the cage. As I told you before, a week ago, I'm biding my time. They're playing games. I am your peace. When it's time, use me. Or don't. That's the beauty of being the one who moves pieces.
I've never played a game of dragon chess with 3 kings, much less 4. 5, realistically. There are likely so many kings on this board that we will never know exactly what's happening. And to be entirely honest, Dorian, I feel like a very, very short candlestick who will burn out very quickly, and has a bowl placed over it already, suffocating it out. But there are holes in the bowl for now, giving the flame oxygen. To be entirely honest, as soon as we left the ocean, I stopped having those nightmares. I'm not entirely certain why, but as soon as we entered the divide, they stopped. And that honestly worries me more. It means there's something about either the ocean or the sea in general. I'm not even scared of it anymore, I don't think. I just don't understand it. I don't particularly think I'm gonna be one to fuck off into the wilderness and burn brightly for no one to see. Kinda clears his throat and says, "Do you think everyone else is awake right now?"
No, maybe 3.
You're probably right.
With his passive of 23, I think he'd go on a little mode. You're awake up there, she's awake. Maybe one other taking a leak.
I was going to say, I'm not entirely certain what this trip to Damarian has in hold for us. But in the morning, the Hall of History. I've heard of it. I would like to share with everyone what little I know. I don't know why it's taken me this long to remember it. I was very young when I heard about it, but heard of a grand story of some heroes of the Avarian Confederacy. And if it's true, we'll get to see some very interesting things, and I'm very certain we will nearly die. I have a hard time believing all of us will enter into a Githyanki stronghold and exit scot-free.
Precautions that could be taken. Kind of grins at you and goes, why should our enemy be the only one to make preparations for when they die? He looks at you and kind of smiles and goes, there are ways to hold one's blood in a safe place. And if the worst comes, it's only a few diamonds. Kind of smiles at you and goes,
Quite expensive diamonds.
what is money compared to someone's life?
That we can agree on. But
Well-
I am no rich man.
No? Or not? Kind of smiles and goes, but where there is a will, there is a way. At least for the important ones.
Kind of chuckles to himself.
If you
you say so.
die, am I incorrect in stating that a certain item will be just gone, lost?
There are ways. If I die, it is most important, of great importance, that my body not survive either. In all reality, if any member of this party were to die, if there was a way to immolate, disintegrate, it would be of great importance to do it near immediately. The Githyanki have greater abilities of information gathering from the minds of live or dead prey than anyone else we know, any other race. They will revive with altered memories till it makes someone share. They will take the mind and out of the body, manipulate it and place it back, and revive it for just a time. I hate to say it, but in a moment, if someone were to fall and we were on our way out of a location, I would ensure their permanent death.
It is common practice in the astral sea.
He kind of just bursts out laughing for a second and says, why does this not surprise me? That the Githyanki and the likes of yourself, no shame, no insult meant, and Thalen, and whatever other astral beings I've met, you all seem very stiff-necked. You're so persistent on the ways that you've grown in, which is interesting to me, that a creature such as yourself, with so many lives lived and so many lives to live, that there would be so little change between them. I almost think most humans in their short lives see more variety than that of an elf living 10.
We have the smallest blaze.
Fair enough.
Yes, you're right. There are some of us, especially when we're younger, experience life over and over again, and each time we take it anew. It is rare for one who is born with the Armada to feel that way. One that is born amongst the masses, or on one of the worlds that we've colonized. On some of the stations. You are a result of your upbringing. Unless something painfully and dramatically breaks you out of that rut. And if you're in that rut for life after life, it becomes even harder.
I can understand that.
Imagine having the same conversation over and over and over again between different lives with the same person because they like the consistency. The only variation is beyond my sister and myself, we're the only two who ever come back together. Everyone else is new. Every time. For me. Never had the same paths.
Kind of smiles and says, well, on that joyous note, that's a terrifying concept that I can't quite wrap my head around. But it almost makes me think, would it be possible for one of... You're always born together as twins, right?
Yes.
Never as younger or older. Siblings? That would be very strange if, for one reason or another, your sister was born as your mother. If she died early enough before you.
It hasn't happened yet. Because that would be unique.
In your next life, if you die and I'm still alive, research, see if it's happened, and bring it back to me. I would be very interested to know.
It would be weird the way we're drawn to each other if we didn't come back as twins. We didn't realize. Kind of trails off and goes, I'm probably going to die with the Get Yankee pretty soon. He goes,
he kind of
he just kind of looks at you and goes, that is not something I don't think I've ever lived long enough for that to happen, nor has she. So that's not
Or even worse, you become related to Thalen next life. What a terrifying thought. I need to go to bed before my brain takes this too far. Again, we will rally again in the morning.
Thank you. Thank you.
To be entirely honest, that's what I thought like the first time. Was like, you know, knowing how that works, like, if you had an older sibling in one life, and they died before you, and then they're like 80 before you die, they're 80 in their next life before you die, would you just be reincarnated as, like, their child? Like, wouldn't that be so weird?
I mean, if you weren't born at the same time, you'd probably end up as lovers.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you have that connection, and then unless you have the memories. So, yeah, that's why he's like, yeah, I better just die.
So, yeah, I better just die sooner
I just
rather
better
than
just
later.
die sooner rather than later.
Hey, what books have you been reading? Yeah.
Just the ones Danny gave him.
So, as you all finish...
No, it's not.
As you guys finish your rest in the morning, before anything else happens, Cade comes to you, Orville. And Cade kind of makes sure you guys are very much on your own for this conversation. And he kind of says, Orville, before we go any farther on this trip, I feel like we must really know, how much can we trust your other two friends?
Fully, I believe.
Fully, you believe?
Very encouraging, Orville.
I mean, I believe I can fully trust them.
And I believe I
Insight
could fly
check.
without the boots. That doesn't make any difference.
Say boots or boots?
Without my boots.
All right. Well, I guess if they're going to be coming with us into Githyanki City and then we find reason not to trust them, there's plenty of chances for all of us to die.
You also can't
Hell yeah.
communicate back to anyone without using the stone that I have. The only stone they have is to me.
That is good to know. Alright.
But they're also not. This isn't new to them. This kind of secrecy.
Fair enough. Alright. Well, if you'll help me gather everyone on the deck.
I start shooting.
So anyways, I started blasting.
So anyways,
That is already awake.
I started blasting. As you guys all gather, and I also want to know, you're 4 days deep. You probably know a little bit more about Kashmir and Graphite at this point as a group.
I've been having some very intellectual conversations with Graphite.
You and Graphite been fucking.
You and Graphite have been
No.
jerking each other off every morning to
No.
inspire everyone for that 19
Gross.
temporary hit points.
Gross.
He's pulling his cock out. So Graphite is a Earth Genasi barbarian of an aquatic nature. His true name,
Mud.
The fuck does that work?
so I'm a barbarian, like he has an aquatic-based barbarian class, as an Earth Genasi. But his name is Dorna Heltigar.
Is his real name?
His Graphite is his slider name. His real name is Dorna Heltigar, and Kashmir is a high elf swashbuckler rogue by the name of Sevas Malthahar. I had to get real close because I can't see that far away for some reason right now. I definitely don't need glasses. I hope I don't need glasses.
You
Can't
100%
read
need
it.
glasses.
You need glasses.
Well, okay. I have it in like 10 type, and it's this far away, and it's a long ass name, so all the letters are tiny.
Yeah, I just put a bunch of things.
What does that say up there on the top shelf?
I actually have light reflecting on it. I can't see shit.
Oh.
No, look at it from this direction right now. There's so much light shining off it. I can't.
Can you read it?
Jack, read
You
all
can
his notes.
definitely read it.
Yeah, you're fucking
He's-
blind.
He's trying to gaslight
No,
me right
no,
now.
no. Unironically, you can read it.
From right here, I can.
Alright, hold
Buried
on.
blueprints.
What's the rest of it say?
Who is? Okay, that's even harder for me.
That's really tiny script, actually. I can't. Not from here.
It's called.
As you guys all gather together, holding out the letter, Cade is going to say, I'm sorry I have not quite been myself for the past few days. However, I wanted to let you all know, if indeed this letter is correct, and we are going to have to find the Hall of Histories in Damarian, a few things to note before we get there. Damarian used to be a city known as Nern, in the northern quadrant of the Avarian Confederacy. It was one of the first major locations assaulted by the Githyanki during the war, and it was the only location kept by the Githyanki post-conflict during the armistice. Underneath Nern is an ancient city by the name of Damarian, set inside the Ashkeeper Mount nearby. In Damarian, an ancient city of sorts that not even Nern knew it was sitting atop of, there was an ancient hall that, along its walls, magically records the histories of Elvaran. I do not know how, I do not know why, but if the stories told of certain Avarian heroes, adventurers, whatever you want to call people of that ilk, members of this group, very few know their names, but such as Caden Markameg and Gnome Koth, as they are major representatives of the Avarian Confederacy as of now. According to their reports, it is a long hallway that attempts to lure you to touch itself. To gaze upon the walls and lure you into the histories. But you will die in the attempt. Supposedly. This is all 8th hand knowledge. But most importantly, don't step off the path of the hallway, and just keep your head to yourself. Try not to look at the walls too much. But entirely honestly, if we get there, that will be the least of our worries.
The building trying to kill us will be the least of our worries.
Because there will be hundreds of Githyanki following us.
So we want to go into the building that wants to kill us, that's full of people that also want to kill us.
No, that will be chased by people who want to kill us.
In their building.
Yes.
Fascinating. Alright.
You just kill them first.
My anticipation is the reason why we are meeting with the rest of the champions is for one of our groups to be the distraction.
The dead ones.
That seems easy. This is the four that we're going to meet.
The ones that will die.
Well, I'm assuming since they gave us more direct instructions of where to find it, that the other group will be the distraction. And to be entirely honest, knowing their reputations, if ours and theirs were to go toe-to-toe, even with us having significantly more members, it would still be a very considerably difficult combat.
I mean, not my problem if I'm not the distraction, so.
Yes. Don't worry, we'll still be making plenty of noise, if not for just Bjorn's armor clinking around.
What?
Regardless, I believe it is important for us to discuss, as we will likely be picking up this crew and they will be joining us for the rest of the travel. Are we keeping the same story?
Yes. I don't know why we would switch it up now.
Wait, but let's say, because Graphite and whatever her name, did they know the
It would be
quote-unquote-
in this conversation that it is discussed.
But they just know in artifact. We're not telling them necessarily. It's
But
a
when we
key
say
of
in our
this
story,
guy's
are they like, what do you mean the story's like, that's what you said was true? You know what I'm saying? Like, were they part of the original when we told that that's what we're going to say?
No.
No, they were not.
So when we say, when he says that, is that...
They're gonna stay silent.
Okay.
They're here for they're just along for the ride.
They're just along for the ride. They're not the type to ask questions.
Well, I didn't know
Really.
if they would go back and tell you.
But
I am their boss.
Orville will explain to them, or Cade and Orville will explain to them what exactly has happened, what exactly is going on, what information has been told, what information is. You're not going to explain everything to them, obviously. Andrew takes nasty candles.
Bourbon pecan pie.
That's a really weird
But it's
thing.
not good.
It's really
so strong.
It makes me like, it's like too sweet strong. It's
Does anybody
weird.
want to, yeah.
I mean, it looks like it's been burned once, to be even. So
Let me take a whiff.
Pass it around.
I got some sinus
It
shit
smells
going
I was
on.
gonna
shit.
say, I think
Yeah.
it's good for old people like me who's
That
fried
is
their
not
science.
strong
That-
at all. I don't know what
That-
kind of
pass
drugs
it
you're
around.
taking.
I'm very mild
We're just
on my candle scents.
we're just
so
Claire, your entire body is going.
rain, fresh laundry.
Your child's gonna come out with like a bourbon in hand now. It's gonna be so funny.
or a pecan pie.
Or a pecan pie.
I would take
Pecan
pecan
pie.
pie.
Oh yes,
That must be weird.
now.
Something
You
actually
should come up
smells
with a little
kinda
But it's
soup.
pretty good.
Honestly, I don't hate it. Personally.
It's strong.
It's very mild. There's like not
Sniffing
much
it
It's like
directly
very mild.
Okay,
Striking
maybe
it
it's
to
just
left.
because I was the first one to open it in a while because
Maybe.
holy crap.
Yeah, you
that
probably
hit me
got
like a
the
You probably got the
block.
worst
So
of
I
it.
can smell it better now.
Yeah, I was
than
gonna say, it
sniffed
just smells like
Right.
I don't
It smells like
really-
caramel.
I can smell it across
Which
the
is
room,
fine.
but I
It
can't
smells
smell
like
it
the
up
goop they
close.
put in
Yeah.
pecan pie.
Put it like in
Yeah.
front of the.
Like I can smell it
Yeah,
now.
I
The
smells
not
like-
actually pecan
Plenty.
juice, pecan goop that they
Yeah,
put in
It
a
smells
pecan
like
Pecan
pie.
juice,
like
pecan
really
coop.
strong.
But I do have to head out now. It is 10.
Yeah.
Got this.
So,
That would give me a
um,
head so fast.
You whore.
Cade doesn't have much else to say in the conversation other than he's got no clue how you guys are going to get into Damarian and actually get this piece out.
Guns and roses.
Guns and roses. But with that, yeah.
Does he still feel like he wants to go in with us?
Oh yeah, he's going with you guys. Absolutely.
Yeah, also need that
Cade,
haste.
at this point, after all we fucking managed to do, Cade is just trusting the process of our shenanigans.
He learned.
He's almost died so many times. I think
I don't
it's
even think
super
that's-
important.
Well,
I don't
Cade's
think
also
that's it.
here, and Cade absolutely recognizes and he hates the fact that if he was in danger, like every member of this party, aside from maybe Thalen, would jump in front of a disintegrate for him. And he's like, I don't want that on me, guys.
That made me say it.
Freaking that's a giant. Oh, sorry. A giant.
Honest
a
to,
giant zip right
honest to
in front
God,
of
I
it.
would be the first one to do it. I've got Boots of Vigilant.
As long as you're in the line for it, yeah.
Well, if I get a level up, I will always
I
be
just-
in line.
I just
for it.
paused.
My question would be, can I use my action to use, if I could jump in front of it, could I use sleight of hand to push him?
No, you use it to shoot the bullet or whatever it is.
Shoot the disintegrate. I'm gonna shoot the magical gray dart.
I was thinking of something else.
With, yeah, I've got an
It's like the
anti-magic
fucking
round.
Peacemaker, and
It's that being a high
Deadshot.
level ability for one of the gunslinger things.
Yeah.
Lady Lust just pulls up and yoinks that shit.
All right. Either way, so since Ethan has to leave, we're probably gonna close down here. Finishing the conversation, Cade and Orville will kind of take Graphite and Kashmir aside and bring them fully up to speed.
You gotta
We
tell
will.
them to shake your hand every time they can.
Yep, especially Dorna. We will begin next session as you guys arrive in Izadar in your attempts to find your other champions.
Okay.
Which means when we return, it will be.
Second.
The 31st.
It will be so much farther than that, because it was nearly 9 days to get there. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry.
We're gonna be into the new month.
So excited for this week. I've been Halstead all week, so I get. I'm trying to-
So, you guys were in the month of Kochia. You are now on the 3rd day of Evelyn. You awake on the 3rd day of the week, Tias, to find yourselves docking in the port at Ivadar. And that is where we're going to go ahead and end our session. A non-stressful session for my about-to-burst sister. Don't worry, next session we'll start stress again.
So,
If
if they,
She'll even
if
if,
you're not
if
sure-
she's gonna be.
so
Probably
the
won't
glory
be
of
here.
this is if you die, it's okay. You don't have to feel stress while you're
That's
dying.
fair. That's fair.
You come
Yeah.
back as a saved
That's
person.
a crazy thing. to
Well,
say.
I guess.
Jeez,
Do you
Taylor.
want to do the conversation?
She comes back as a
today,
child.
or do you know?
Probably not today. I would like you to spend some time, gathering probably 8 or 9 questions.
I've
If you
already
want-
got 6 ready to
6.
go.
Okay. And then we can discuss things from there. I'm going to go ahead and end our recording.